else been up since 7:30? Hell yeah. Hello, hello everyone. Good morning. Hi, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Back to Weekly number 180. There was already a def win given, apparently. What the hell? This is a scuffed tournament today for sure. How you guys doing? How was your day of Warcraft? You guys had lots of games already. Who's the most spoiled Twitch stream in the world? Who's the most spoiled Twitch stream? Is it E or I first? Which you wanna be? You can decide. Forever and always. Good to see you guys. Good morning, 9 p.m. There are different time zones in the world, Captain Red X. Just so you're aware, there are also other people in the world too. There's like a whole bunch of billions and billions and billions of people. And there's actually lots of times. There's even different countries from the country that you live in. Can you believe that? It's incredible. Daylight savings time today meant for some reason I could have slept in, but I was up really early. So I played RuneScape and I watched Neo's stream. It's incredible. I have quite the halo to me right now. I wonder how I can... do I need to turn the light up? Do I need to turn the light down? Anyway, I'll show you guys the bracket. And here it is. We have Mr. Winner, Rolex. Winner will go up against Starbuck, Pato, Dark Dragon. Not a lot of people signed up today. I don't know why. There was like 5 or 6 more, but they didn't check in time. Not sure what happened. Pato versus Dark Dragon. Ito versus Mad Militia, which is what we're going to be calling him from now on. He just requested that we call him that, so we're going to call him Mad Militia now, which is the match we're going to start with watching. Shik versus Sanya, but apparently there was a def win given immediately. Not sure about that. Winner goes up against Cheimiko. This has not been confirmed that it's Cheimiko, but this is Cheimiko's name on challenge. So even though I haven't heard from Cheimiko, even though he's offline on Discord, he's number 2 seed. This is for now Cheimiko. Good luck. Hawk versus Fumbler. Techo versus Prost. A small, short bracket, but we'll still end up with a lower bracket. And we'll still end up with a top 8, which, if you look at the top 8 players, just even though there's not that many players, decide what the top 8 is. It's pretty stacked. So not a lot of signups. Maybe a little bit scuffed, especially if that's not actually Cheimiko, but the top 8 is still going to be hella strong. Let me tell you. At Shik, you gave def. Let me adjust Mad Militia's name. Let me find Quadrian, and I'm gonna edit. Can I edit his name? Oh, I can't actually edit the name. I have to add a new name. Mad Militia. I believe originally Chanana is LawLiet, but I've been out for a while. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's him. I'm pretty sure that's him. I'm just going to assume that's him. That's all I have to go on. Yeah, Pato playing too. Some really, really good players today. Excited to see some great games. What's up, Rob? How's it going? We could have slept in. We skipped forward. It's very confusing for me, especially because, yeah, I'm pretty sure I lose an hour. But the weekly cut, because it's in European time, that hasn't changed yet to summertime, it's normally at 10 a.m. my time, but today the weekly cup's at 11 a.m. my time, so I can technically wait longer. I don't know. I'm always confused. I'm not smart enough to figure this out, you know? I'm just not. I just don't have the brain power, unfortunately. But it's at 11. It's at 11. And it's normally at 10. But I was up early. BC ain't doing it anymore. Yeah, this is the last time for BC. This is the last time. Okay, so Shik is here. He's going to play from the lower bracket. And LawLiet has confirmed that that's him. Okay, all is good in the world. So both those things, did you catch that? The def win, Sanya versus Shik, will go through, but Shik will still play from the lower bracket. He's just going to be late, so that's, a pretty mannered thing for him to do. Respect. And LawLiet is Chonana on the bracket. So he will be playing Sanya. Hello, Saul. How's it going? Good to see you. Saul, did you check out the player that I linked you? Or did you not have the time? He's about 300 MMR, and he plays Pit Lord first every game. I've been doing this thing on my stream where I, who's Chonana? Oh boy, LawLiet. LawLiet. The last thing you want to hear when you ask in the Discord, who's this opponent that I have to play? Chonana? And then the admin responds, LawLiet. Oh man. Can I fix my camera a little bit? It's really bothering me a whole lot. Low light compensation? Yup. Maybe that'll fix. That just kind of made it go a little bit more. Maybe I can move this light a little bit. Maybe I'll move this one as well. Maybe that'll help. Okay. Maybe. I mean, I'm still flickering a little bit like a ghost, but you know, ghosts are kind of hot, like Patrick Swayze in the movie Ghost. So like maybe I could go for that sort of a vibe. We could make some clay pottery, you know. Waiting for Ito. Worst case, we can jump into a different game. We could jump into Sanya versus LawLiet. But for now, we'll wait for Ito, because Mad Militia, as somebody that has played him as an undead player versus his human, he's pretty good in the matchup. Even though his MMR is lower than Ito's. All of our MMRs are lower than Ito's. He's pretty good versus undead. So that's why I thought this would be an interesting match to start. Yeah, you can say 6-7 here. Don't worry. You don't have to be afraid anymore, Zoomers. You can say 6-7, okay? It's all right. Maybe this. Oh. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my camera as we wait for Ito to join. Don't mind me. Camera's never gonna look, you know, as good as Neo's, because it costs about 1/5 of that. But that doesn't mean I can't try, you know. Doesn't mean I can't try. Carson almost completely over his transformation into Yanni. Yeah, I mean, Yanni's hot, dude. Yanni's got it going on. You gotta respect him. Okay, so everything seems to be going as planned. Just gonna check the matches. And then Ito's on his way. We will have this game in a second. Undead versus Human. I showed you the bracket. What's the map pool? Now there's something. Autumn Leaves, Concealed Hill, Echo Isles, Hammerfall, Turtle Rock. Pretty good. Pretty solid. Always a question of, will Starbuck play Orc against a Human? Is the map pool good enough for that? Which I think it is today. Great music too. Yeah, vibes for sure from Yanni. You're surprised you know him? I know him because a friend's dad in high school. Still a friend's dad. I mean, a friend's dad at the time in high school, but I'm still friends with him. He liked playing it with his girlfriends, let's say. And we'd always find the CDs around the house. You know what I mean? Good. So that's how I know Yanni. Went to see him live once. Oh, really? Really? Yeah, not a guy I've listened to a lot, but we know Yanni. We know Yanni around here. I'm assuming with a name like that, he is from some European country. But I'm not sure. He also looks like he could be from a European country. He's just got that. He's got that aura to him, you know? I'm still waiting for Ito. Little does he know he's ruining my stream. He's ruining my stream right now with his real life things he's probably doing. So anyway, last week, who won last week? It was Chemiko, right? We of course had the monthly finals and then the weekly cup back to back because we had a little reschedule. So it was Saturday, Sunday, doubleheader last week. I'm trying to remember who won. I think it was Chemiko. He's Greek. Oh, of course he's Greek. It makes so much sense. So we got back to Warcraft Weekly Cup 179. And the winner was... It was Chemiko versus Lucifer in the grand finals last week. Lucifer didn't sign up, but he still got a lot of points, of course. At the end of the month, we're going to have the 6 top players qualified, so the 3 winners of each of the 3 cups for the first, second, and third Sunday, this being the second Sunday of the month. And then on the 4th Sunday of the month, we'll have the finals with those 6 players. The 4th, 5th, and 6th slot will be determined by points accrued throughout the 3 cups. So if you don't win, but you get close to the finals every time, maybe you get enough points to be qualified, etc., etc., etc. So today we'll have one more winner and some more points gained for everybody. Okay, they're vetoing. They are vetoing. Techo seems to be in the next round. Sonya's going to be playing LawLiet, and we are jumping into our... Oh, is he random? Did Ito mean to play random? Maybe they're testing? Ito might be playing random right now, which makes things even more interesting. I've never seen Ito's off race. He got undead. Okay, so maybe it's all good. Maybe it's all right. Maybe all is fine in the world. I think he meant to random, actually. Because he didn't say, like, oh, it's all right, I got undead. Oh, he says, just FYI, I forgot to pick race, but got undead anyways. Okay, so the assumption was correct. All right. Okay, here's our first game of the day. Mad Militia versus Ito. Undead versus human. Autumn Leaves. In the bottom left, we do have Mad Militia. In the upper right, here is Ito. What's up, warriors? It's my favorite food. I like pizza. And I like pasta. And I like steak. I like burritos. I've eaten burritos 3 times this week because that's kind of how it goes. You cook a bunch of meat and then you sort of have the meat and you got all the wraps and you got to eat them all. Can we get gamba? Yeah, sure. No problem. My favorite food. Wait, there's new predictions? Okay, I didn't, okay, so here's the deal. Here's the deal. No, I don't say it with a soft A. I say it with a hard A. Pasta sounds cringe to me. Pasta is cringe to me. So there's a new prediction format where you can do multiple options, apparently. And there was a prediction, how many maps will DICE win? 1, 2, 3, or 4? And not only do I not know what the answer to that question is, it's so confusing that I don't even know if anyone's going to know the answer to that, so I can't pay out the prediction that happened earlier. So I don't know whether or not to cancel it, trust somebody in chat, try to figure it out myself. Dice won 2 maps. Now, Dawn, can I trust you? Wait, what did you predict? You predicted 2. I feel there's a conflict of interest here. It was 3-2. Okay. In B Cup. Okay, okay. I will pay it out. I will pay it out. I'll give you a quick prediction on this one. Because who win best of 1? Mad Militia. Ito. I'll give you guys 30 seconds, okay? Mad Militia going forward. Is stealing away an item. Cryptlord is creeping the expo, but went for Zig first, not Goldmine first. Ring of Regen is fantastic as well. It might have been a play all 5, so 4 would have been possible in a play all 5. Footmen running behind. They could be surrounded. Obviously not the easiest units in the game to surround, but possible. We've in fact seen many footmen be surrounded in this matchup. But this is all time being bought by Mad Militia. With the tech, with the lumber mill coming up behind this, this is all time that Ito is not expanding. Oh, that's a surround on a platter right there. And that will be a town portal as the gold mine goes up at the same time. Still a delay is a delay. I wish prediction for lottery be done by Carson. I am very liberal with my prediction. Mostly because I don't care. Once there's something that can be done with the points, maybe I'll have to be more stringent with it, let's say, but for now we're chilling. But to be honest, if there's ever anything for the points, it would probably be like a pack of wild dogs at all times, you know? So we probably would never do that. Like, imagine if you got enough points, you got like a gift sub, or you got like some merch or something. Like, it would be like hyenas at all times. I would probably just stop doing them altogether. So I hope that day never comes, but it might. It might. He got 5 mil in the bank. Damn, Lotto. Very close to level 3 with some good healing. Level 3 on the Cryptlordio. Expansion uncancelable, let's say, at this point. Mad Militia needs 1 more kill for the level 3. Ito already attacking himself. Needs to start macroing, though. The Graveyard, the second Zig at the Expo. The Necropolis was already built. Needs an altar, of course. A second Crypt, most likely. Militia going across, and a Fire Lord. This is an all-in. Needs any little itty bit of experience to get level 3, and then this push will be pretty strong. But Ito is prepared for it with level 3. He even sees the Militia. This will be level 3. And will allow the lava spawns to get some auto attacks so that they're closer to splitting, which is always a good idea. People think when you get a Fire Lord, you have to go right away. Oh no, if you creep 1 camp with a Fire Lord and get both lava spawns that you can summon close to splitting, it's really, really good. Now it's only going to take, like, what, 5 more auto attacks for this guy to split? Let's call it 4 more. Tower's coming up. Tier 2 still 45 seconds off. Ito just needs to wait. Just wait. As long as you possibly can. It's got to be really close to splitting now. Yep, there it is. He surrounds it, and then it splits. If he hadn't have crept that camp, this would not have happened. Another lava spawn as well. Towers need to be upgraded. Ito's not looking in a perfect position here. But this was just the initial defense. He's still got a decent number of ghouls left over. Lava spawn splitting again. Towers are being canceled. The peasants, unfortunately, weren't in range for that one, but they should save this one, right? Surely. Surely the repair should be here for this. No, it's not. Peasants are still alive. A lot of ghouls going down. Uh-oh. Criplord surrounded! Oh my god, he was almost surrounded and killed. That would have been game over. He's got no altar. Did he rebuild it? He did. Okay, he did remember the altar. And this is what I mean. Mad Militia is deadly in this matchup, man. I had to play him all the time on ladder, and he was owning me. But now wanted negation. And the Death Knight will be coming out pretty soon. Yeah, it is on its way. There's only one crypt right now. This is the only production building currently. And worth pointing out, if Ito loses the crypt and then starts losing a bunch of ghouls, he's got no way of getting lumber. Although he is at 600 right now, so that shouldn't actually end up being a problem. Beetles summoned. One tower's already up. Rifleman gets surrounded. Careful with the Crypt Lord. One more auto attack from both heroes would do it. Tower's being canceled at the same time. DK's going to be here in a second. Well, a few seconds, let's say. But a potion's available. Repair is good. Potion there again. Fiend canceling the towers towards the north. One tower canceled. Next one almost being repaired. Okay. Can he get all three up? He needs to repair the top one now. It's like whack-a-mole. Unfortunately, doesn't repair the top one, but two towers get up. Another lava spawn. What a game. What a hotel. Creeps get involved. A workshop coming up as well as a shop. It's not over till it's over. Ito now has a Death Knight. Level 4 Crypt Lord as well. Double Slaughterhouse and another Crypt coming up over here. But the Crypt's going to go down for now, and that's going to stop the production temporarily on Ito's side of things. But the towers aren't in range for anything else. Mortar teams will be. Maybe some more towers to reinforce this could be a decent idea. Just to defend the mortar teams that will eventually be here. Yeah, he's doing that. Of course, one negation becomes crucial for Ito. First mortar team on its way out. Will be out in 25 seconds. Cannon towers, yeah. Could be a real thing. Could be the real deal. They take a hell of a long time to upgrade, but be fun to see. Will he do it? Looks like he's waiting for resources, so he very well could be going for a cannon tower. It's a lot of beetles. It's a spicy meatball right now. Potential surrounds. First mortar team's out. Ito's getting a lot of gold, and both slaughterhouses are building 2 meat wagons right now. A triple guard tower. It is. Just do what you can afford. Of course, the meat wagon versus mortar team fight does kind of favor the mortar teams because they can actually be healed without having to be repaired. Ito going in for the tower cancels. 4 riflemen are here. Yeah, Ito just wants to keep the tower count low. Now the meat wagons are here. Gotta be careful with your heroes. There's a big impale. Firelord went down, was actually denied. To get a soul burn off before he died, but with that double meat wagon, is there anything stopping Ito from breaking through here? I don't think so. It was a nice attempt, though. Gotta respect the idea. But I just don't think that crypt went down quickly enough. Death Knight does go down, and worth pointing out, the Crypt Lord also got away with barely any HP earlier. Imagine if that Crypt Lord did die. Also shows the importance on the side of things of macro for Ito. If he had forgotten his altar, if he had forgotten to rebuild stuff at his expansion during all of this, if he didn't have enough lumber from the ghouls, say he was pulling too many in the defense. Very important to have good macro in these sorts of games, even though they are technically, you know, micro-dependent pushes. Ito will get the win. Nice try to Mad Militia, though. Very nice try indeed. Ito will now play Pato, which is definitely what we're going to watch. Jimiko did get the W against Sonya. Dark Dragon is now going to be playing Mad Militia. Yeah, we're going to watch Pato versus Ito. Bracket round 2. Alright, they're getting some vetoes done. You helped to find old Warcraft III skill movie. 2 moments in an epic mass ancient war versus mass ancient war fight in the middle of EI. Techo was a video uses Globus Take Me Away song. There's a couple videos. There's obviously the Happy Micro video, which is like legendary. That wouldn't be it, probably. And there was one video that was really popular, Warcraft 3 micro moves or something, and I'm pretty sure it was all staged. But it had a German song in it as well. You guys remember that? I forget what the German song was. Not sure what the song you're mentioning is, though. Is that the German song? Not a German song, okay. Yeah, that's the one that I remember. That and the Happy one. Hawk and Fumble playing? I think so. Thank you, Anonymous Gifter, for gifting a tier 1 sub to Voff. How are you doing, Anonymous Gifter? I like how it's a little ghost in the chat. I think that's cool. Warcraft 3 the movie. That does ring a bell. I'm not sure though. I will double check Summer. Okay, Hawk is giving the death wind to Fumbler. That's two death winds. Does that mean Hawk's out entirely? This might be a very quick day, everybody. And Hawk. No lower bracket either. From Russia, I paid for my subscription to an intermediate service. Oh, well, thank you, Voff. Appreciate the sub. Thank you. Especially going through all those, going through all the difficult hoops you have to jump through to do that. Very kind. Thank you. Are there German songs beside Rammstein and 99 Luftballons? There's Kraftwerk. There's Can. Although Can doesn't actually have any lyrics, really. Kraftwerk just has, like, robot voices and stuff. So, I don't know. Speaking of, like, old, like, Counter-Strike frag movies and, like, old micro movies and stuff, there's some reason I just came into my head to listen to the Prodigy. I was like, I've never actually listened to a whole Prodigy album. And I like remember it in so many of those old like RuneScape PK videos and all that. And you know, always outnumbered, never outgunned. Banger of an album. It really is. It still holds up. Really does hold up. Where the team leaders for Blizzard Cup announced, I could not tell you, but I imagine it will be all over the place on Reddit, on this channel. As soon as it is announced on YouTube, on the TikToks, it'll be everywhere. Oh yeah, prediction for this game as well. Yeah, exactly. And I realized there was a Counter-Strike frag video that was really well known back in the day, a CS Source video called The Prodigy, and it started with a Prodigy song. And it all clicked to me when I heard it. I was like, oh, that's why that video was called The Prodigy. It's like one of the best videos ever back in the day. Who will win best of one? It is funny, this style of editing that was considered really good back in the day. And nowadays it's like every single like tutorial YouTuber's intro when it's like an electronic song with like an overly animated intro. And it's like, oh, what the hell? But that was like what we loved back in the day. Ito versus Pato. You guys can get 2 minutes on this one. Hey, Grinchy, how's it going, man? Any predictions on who? I'm assuming Tasteless Artosis, yeah. I'm pretty sure Artosis or Tasteless tweeted, like, they look familiar or something like that. I'm sure it's them. I'm sure it's them, which is great. This is who it should be. Sonic did not check in, unfortunately. Man indoors. It seems like Hawk is out, unfortunately. Shik will still be playing, but he gave the def one in the first round. We'll definitely be into the best of threes quite quickly today. I'll tell you the guys that much. But once we get there, we'll have some good games. You look like a SoundCloud rapper. I'm down for that. What's wrong with that? Think you had a better chance of beating Happy at Warcraft 3 or winning the best dancer competition? I'm going to say confidently beating Happy at Warcraft 3. Not because I think I'm good at Warcraft 3, but I'll let you assume the opposite. You know? What I'm saying here. You know what I'm saying? Do the breakdancing. Is there breakdancing Olympics? All right. Next game. Pato against Ito. Night Elf versus Undead. Two very, very strong players here. Here we go. Upper left is Mr. Ito. Bottom right, of course, Pato. They should do, if they have breakdancing in the Olympics, they should do it without music, and they should have, like, mics on them. So then it's like, you ever seen the video High School Musical without any music? And they're just, like, banging pots and pans together and breathing really heavily? That'd be funny. It's like a silent disco, but for breakdancing competitions. So they have headphones on and they can hear it, and they're mic'd up, but we don't hear the music. Thoughts on that? Then you can ignore all the distracting music, quote-unquote. And you can just focus on the moves, the technique. Demon Hunter's out. Death Knight is about to be out. Will it be Fast Expo? Will Pato grab the item and run straight north? He should. And he's not. Okay, there we go. Oh, gets the tome. Okay, optimal. And coil to pull the creeps. It seems like, yeah, it's going to be one base. This is a damn fast tech. Is this not a super fast tech from Ito? Am I taking crazy sauce? I feel like it is. Oh, it was a 1-zig tech. Of course, it was very fast. What the hell? With no scout acolyte, 5 ghouls on lumber, 1 zig. A very different build order. Is this maybe some sort of tier 2 timing from Ito, potentially? Grab a Naga, build like 1 fiend.
The town is under siege.
Send an acolyte across the map, build some ziggurats. Could be something like that, or it could just be he's teching really fast. I would say this tech is like 30 seconds faster. I want to try Warcraft 3, but man, watching these pros are intimidating. Everybody's intimidated by these guys, okay? Usually fast Gargs. Ah, good point, good point. Fast Gargs. Everybody's intimidated by these guys, okay? And let me tell you, there's a lot of beginners on the ladder these days. Now, the beginners are all Ancient of War creeping and have like perfect base builds, even at like 200 MMR, but it's nothing to be intimidated about, okay? There's lots of resources to learn, and there's lots of players at your skill level, I'm sure, when you are a beginner.
A player's forces are under attack.
Death Knight. Pressuring the Demon Hunter a little bit. Just throwing coils because, of course, he has to go back to the Moonwells eventually. And the more damage you put on him now, the more he's going to have to heal up later. And pretty much free of charge, really. Mana's pretty expendable when there's a Demon Hunter on the field. Not really by choice, but by necessity it's expendable. Hunter's Hall is on time and waiting to see a second crypt, which it is, Kevin. That's why we're intimidated of him as well. He's right on the money with the prediction. They're vacuuming right next to my door right now. It's fantastic. Can you guys hear that? Ito going for an ambitious creep. Is gonna be punished if Pato moves there. Pato's there right away. It doesn't get more unfortunate than that. A guard gets ensnared. Ito gonna commit, maybe? No, he's gonna give it up. He would have just lost too much. Gonna be 2 ghouls. Trying to make sure that Pato can't easily at least get this. The guard gets ensnared. It's kind of a disaster a little bit. Just a little bit too greedy of a creep. Maybe if you're playing standard, if you have a normal ghoul count, you can go for something like that. But with this fast tech, already greedy in and of itself, and then going for Gargs, not the best creeping unit in the game, by a long shot, I don't think you can really go for big greedy camps. A couple of archers get ensnared. Unfortunately, there's no dust, or he could kill every archer. Maybe. Is there any Gargs in the main? Not yet. Tier 3 and double lore. And Ito continues to stay tier 2 with Gargs. Yeah, what I'll tell you is, if you're a new player, 1v1 War 3 Champions will be very welcoming. Don't play Direct Strike as a new player, okay? Don't you dare be a beginner at that game, okay? I'm going to tell you guys that right now. If you're a beginner at that game, you are a terrible person. But 1v1 War 3 Champions, very welcoming. No problem. No problem. Lots of beginners there.
Players' forces are under attack.
Nice split creeping from Pato. Oh, the detonate. Nice move back from Ito. Dryads being pressured. Actually, one going to go down with a little bit of a block. Things may be potentially looking up. Skeletons find an archer as well, it looks like. It'll get to the Moonwells. Oh, Death Knight's got to be careful. Too close to the sun. Potentially the Dryad slow actually kills the Death Knight. It was looking good for a second, and then it all falls apart. The Demon has boots. I think this Lich is just going to die. Both heroes down, and the Gargs chasing a Dryad, but... and if the DK had lived, he would have had Aura to save the Lich. Nothing probably would have died if the DK hadn't have been a little bit too aggressive. Ito's going to keep trying here. Crazier things have happened, but that is definitely a huge advantage for Pato. So huge that he could maybe just expand in the face of the Gargs. Anti-air is growing. Wellspring, Adept training for the Bears. And what are we going to have? Maybe a Boneyard at tier 3? Something. With Gargs, you can't extend the game for quite a while because Gargs force Dryads, and Dryads aren't very good at breaking an undead base because of towers, so you can easily run around the map and extend the game as the undead player. The only issue becomes how much you tend to get out-crept and out-expanded if the Night Elf plays as well as Pato's probably going to. Both heroes are back right now. And the consumable will be given to Ito, as well as level 3 Death Knight from this. Greater Heal was found. And he might need it pretty soon. He turns around. He's going to die again, even with the Greater Heal. He's going to have to use it. But he might still die. Okay, the Gargs turn around. I thought he was just dead there. Rejuve saving that Demon Hunter. Pressure forward. One Garg does die, but the Dryads are not high enough in numbers. The Fork Lightning is huge. Another Dryad falls. The power of Gargs. Pretty strong here with that orb as well. Demon Hunter level 4. Boneyard is coming up. What Ito made his name teching into, he is now teching into. 2 more ghouls gonna go down. Who cares? Get the worms out. Ooh, a little deny there. Getting spicy with it. And this is what I mean. Dryads just ain't gonna be able to break the base. Sorry, a couple admin things. God, there's just so much confusion in the tournament right now. Sorry. Bears are much better than Dryads at breaking the base. There's a worm out in 45 seconds. Level 4 on the Death Knight. That is what Ito needs to hold. Naga is out of mana for now. Death Knight's got to be careful. Trying to hold on. Once the worm is out, Ito does hold. There's an expansion coming up as well. Which, of course, if you can't break the base but you're ahead, expanding is the best thing you can do. No Spirit Tower. Makes it a little bit easier. You see, just losing Dryads. We've seen... I mean, how many Foggy vs. Happy games have we seen in this situation? We know what happened in the end. 5 seconds. There is a town portal, but there is no staff. So the bears could easily die. I think he's going to have to TP right away now. He's got a TP. Don't you think? Oh, Death Knight pressured. DK's going to die. Maybe. Or a level 2. Worm trying to slow the bear that's blocking the Death Knight. Swallowed the worm to catch the fly. Swallowed the fly to catch the worm. Whatever it is. Both bears going to go down. This has got to be Lich level 3 here, right? And Pato lost everything other than 2 heroes. And everything's slowed. What are you doing with your Lich? He's trying to kill the Naga to force the TP. He does force the TP, but the Dryads get the last hit. And the silliest end to the game. With the GG being called. Oh, classic. When Pato had the Expo up, and he gets the hero kill. And that was interesting. Just shows the difficulty of breaking the undead base regardless of the advantage you have. Good stuff there. Good stuff. Well played to Pato. Nice try to Ito, who'll be in the lower bracket. I think Pato will just be qualified now. I think it's as simple as that today. Not very many players, so you win 2 games, you're in. Ooh, Ito versus Shik now. And if Shik is here, I think that'll be our next match. Worm almost got upgraded to hero. We called Worms the 4th undead hero for a long time. And in these sort of situations, they really are. If he had just kept the DK alive, but he had no shop, I guess it died. But imagine if his DK lives and he gets both those bear kills and forces the TP, and then he pushes the Expo. Who knows what can happen, right? Are there many new players in ladder? I just feel like with Twitch and YouTube and Grubby playing a lot more and other streamers playing a lot more in the last year, there's just been a lot of beginners that have started. Whereas, like, maybe if you tried between 2015 and 2022 or something, there'd be a lot less because streaming wasn't as popular and, you know. Imagine not getting Creepjack the lab. Greedy boy, you know, greedy boy. I like the build, though. Only Night Elves can be greedy like that, don't you know, Ito? Alright, we'll do Shik versus Ito, because Shik is here. And Shik's been playing a lot of off-race recently, so I doubt this would be an undead mirror. Lower bracket, round 2. Fight greed with greed. True, true. You're not wrong. I'll show you guys the bracket real quick. So Starbuck's playing Rolex right now. That's probably an Orc versus Human. Pato's qualified. LawLiet's qualified. Techo's qualified. Mr. Winner's playing Fumbler. Sonya's playing Mad Militia. Prost is waiting for the loser of this game. Then Ito and Shik. So this will be the last one. Most likely. Prost is, I think, summer. I didn't realize that this was summer, but he's Prost in the bracket, so. Pretty soon all will be revealed and we'll be into the top 8, the best of 3 section of the tournament. Did I miss the game? Maybe I missed the game. Rip. Did they already start? Nope, they didn't already start. Oh, it's 2 5s, not 3. I'm an idiot. Okay, a little bit of water, and we'll see what race Shik is going to play. He was playing Night Elf on ladder. I know he's been playing a lot of Orc recently. Also, not to mention Reforged, as much as we don't like to talk about it. A lot of people came back around then. In, whenever that was. What was that, 2020? So between that and between all the streamers playing Warcraft, and really just Twitch in general getting bigger, there's a lot of beginners. Second, I'm gonna do something with the camera. Hold up, hold up. Oh, but that's not the camera angle. The hair on my legs, Hey, that made it a little bit better, right? Yeah, there we go. That made it a little bit better. Wait, it's a little bit now. There we go. There we go. Wait, now down a little bit. Now up a little bit. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. All right, they're doing vetoes, and Shik is playing Orc. As somebody that did a music video for us once said, every time you use a camera, clean the lens, no matter what it is. Very good cam compared to 1 year ago. You know what I realized compared to 1 year ago? It is the same camera I've always had, but I didn't have it set to the highest resolution for about 5 years on OBS. So nothing's changed. The lighting's the same. The lighting's, in fact, worse than back in the day. The camera's the same, but it was never set up properly on OBS. The things you learn, eh? OBS is a little bit daunting, to be fair. When you first start streaming, I mean, if anyone's gone through the whole setting up your stream thing, you realize it. There's a lot on this program. Nowadays, it's all very familiar to the extent that I need to use it, but when you first start, it's like, there's a lot of buttons and numbers and gauges and stuff. I just never messed with the resolution of my camera. Just never did it. And here we are. Okay, they're going Autumn Leaves. Might need to for your ping. Sure you don't have your 144 hertz monitor set to 160 or to 60. I do have I think it's a 160 hertz monitor. It's above 144, but it's not 244, and it is set to the proper hertz. Yes, it is. Thank you. I know that because I'm a Counter-Strike player. The hertz is set accordingly. Yeah, I could do with some better lighting. Like I do, there's literally like right there, there's a window, a big window that stretches the whole length of my room, essentially. And there's a curtain on it, but it's sort of like a see-through white curtain. My old room, I had blackout curtains on, but I just didn't bother moving them when I changed rooms in this place. You know, really that would help the camera a lot. Truly would, because light pollution makes the green screen look a lot worse. I imagine Neo's room completely blacked out. He's also got a green screen that comes from the ceiling, which is pretty based. I don't have one of those. All right, they're about to go. Any moment now. And then, just gonna keep an eye on the bracket so Starbuck doesn't yell at me. Please don't yell at me. His ping gets ripped if he's in game too long. All right, here we go. Ito as Undead, Shik as Orc. Cool to see Shik off racing. Sad to see another Undead player switch races. But, you know, always nice to see some more Orc players, I suppose. And some people, you know, messing around with different races. It's fun to see. I feel like off-race Human and Night Elf players are always very exciting because they do different things. And then Orc players are just not played very often. Undead's not played very often. In this cup, Undead's becoming more common, though, I feel like. Either way, though, we got a game. On Autumn Leaves. In the bottom left here is Ito. In the upper right here is Shik. That's probably Ito that said that, because Shik's playing Orc. The game in general. Sag did. I mean, there was like 20 tournaments today, but I get the idea. It's sort of like the idea that in the U.S., every single president is the worst president ever. People are similarly in Warcraft 3. Warcraft 3 is always dying, you know? Crypt Lord versus the Fast Tech Blade Master. This can be, I mean, to be fair, as an Orc player, when you don't know what to do, you can kind of just grab a Fire Lord and all in. But if you choose to counter expand, it does take a little bit of finesse to play versus Crypt Lord with a Blade Master, in my opinion. Same with Dota 2 and WoW. Every new patch kills the game. Yeah, I know, right? Counter-Strike is always a dying game. You know. TF2's been dying for ages, yet it's still like the number 3 game on Steam or something like that. It's always like that. People will always say it. And it will always be true to a certain extent, but not to the extent in which people believe it to be. Blade Master is here with a speed scroll, no less. Double clarity, double salve. This is going to be a goddamn disaster for Ito. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it. It's going to be a nightmare. He does successfully pull. First creep stolen. Clarity's still running. Now it's canceled. Okay, nice last hit there. New Gamba. Oh, damn. I think, sorry, it's too late. I'll do it next. Do it next game. Too late now because this harass will probably determine the whole game. But Ito really, really nicely done here. I would die as the Undead. I would probably die as the Undead and the Orc, to be fair. But this is great for Ito because he's buying time for his gold mine as well. So every second this stays alive, yeah, it's damaging the ghouls, but it's also meaning this builds, and the Blade Master has to stick around. Like, he probably should actually just go for the gold mine cancel. Would be more optimal. Like, go back here and go for the gold mine cancel, then Ito's forced into an ultimatum. But now he can't really get a gold mine cancel. He's too low. So what is he really delaying? Who's delaying who? Because eventually this is gold mine's going to be up, and Ito doesn't care if it gets crapped. He still needs to defend his gold mine anyway. So, like, You know? Who is delaying who? Really looks like this Ito guy's done this 1 to 2 times before. True. Oh, he got it with the actual hit, but now the blade should be surrounded, and Ito does lock in the surround. Wait, the ghoul? He's still slowed, though, even if he kills the ghoul. And he saves the ghoul as well. He did get the experience. Hello, reset. Don't ask if you can still sign up. I will permaban you. A tower. You piece of garbage, Shik. You're building a tower and going straight tier 3 with spikes? Yeah, I think in hindsight, of course, which is 2020, going back here and canceling the gold mine would have been the best play. Bats? You think he's going bats? There was a time when I was hypothesizing, and this time was about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago, going quick bat riders versus an undead expo. Because I, for one, have tried to expand against an orc, and then they just killed my gold mine with bats, even when I had 4 towers at it. So, like, if you go for fast bats with liquid fire, can you just kill the Undead's Expo before they have sufficient anti-air, regardless of the amount of towers they build at the expansion? I think the answer might be yes, but the issue becomes you can't really get, like, a lot of Bat Riders until, like, the 10.5-minute mark, 11-minute mark. So it becomes a little bit troll. But it's not the craziest idea. One ghoul goes down. But Ito doesn't care about losing some ghouls here. He's creeping them in the Merc camp right now. The blade's level 1. I don't think he minds. Onto the wind to deny the impale. Nicely done. He does have a wind walk now as well. But he's going for wind riders, not bats. A much more standard approach. And this is what I mean by dealing with a fast expansion with a fast tech as a Blade Master player. If you don't just all in, like, do you go for Wind Riders? Do you go for Raiders? How do you counter expand? Because he's not going to have a lot of gold to go for a tiny Great Hall. He certainly won't have enough gold to get, you know, 3 heroes and a tiny and a Shredder with the Wind Rider production he needs to have. It's not an easy place to play from. You really need to know the exact order of things. Or you just do what everyone does and just go for an all-in with a Fire Lord. And then, you know, the game is simplified. Nice last hit. And the Shredder. Although I do think this is more so Ito denying the Shredder from Shik, which is a fantastic play. Because there's only 1 lab on Autumn Leaves. Still a big kill. But Ito's not going to need that Shredder. Yeah, no, he's got plenty of Lumber Ghouls. But if Shik ever wants to counter expand, he's going to need a Shredder himself. Gargs are coming out now. And Shik is playing a solo hero. I love it, dude. I love it. Peons are going to the Expo. Is he going to build 3 towers? I think he will. He's an absolute piece of garbage, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Will Ito find this? If the towers get up, very difficult position for Ito, at least in the short term. And Riders win the fight. Oh. 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 Do we leave? Do we leave? Yeah, we leave. We go Flow TV. That's way too much lag. That is definitely going to lose somebody in the game. We'll be right back with that game. So the 3 towers just went up at the expansion. What server? Russia Central 5. Okay, noted, noted. We'll be right back where we were on Flow TV. Oh, I need a restart for the overlay though, right? Yeah, I do. Alrighty. Yeah, those sorts of spikes. Someone's losing their hero. And it would be my fault. I'm alright with people losing their heroes, but not when it's my fault, okay? I need to be loved by all, okay? That's what I need. Alright, we're loading back in. Then I'm going to fast forward. What's up, Akami? How you doing? Yeah, we're just getting back to where we were in the game. Give it a minute. Does anyone know the exact time we left at? I mean, I know where it was in the game. Does anyone know the exact time? About the 6-minute mark, I think. Around then. Seven minutes? Let's give you 7:15. How about that? We're almost there, everybody. Don't worry. Don't worry. Fear not. Fear not, everybody. Blade Master's harassing. Maybe I could show you guys the game as we fast forward. Oh, I don't see why not. Fearing? Oh no. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't panic. Don't be afraid. Do not panic. Do not panic. Sorry. Apologize. I'm sorry. It's the opposite of what people want to hear when they turn on a Twitch stream. Oh. Alright, we're getting there. Oh yeah, it was a little bit further forward than 6. Oh, I didn't notice the blade doing this actually during the game. Alright, we're getting close. And he goes up here like a piece of garbage and kills the shredder and then builds 3 towers. And we were right. Let's just go here. This is perfect, right? Here we are again. Sorry for that, everybody. It's the reality of being on the internet is, you know, the thing needs to go through the wires under the ocean and all that.
Forces are under attack.
Sorry, I'm messaging Starbuck right now. No. Okay, so the towers, unscouted, they're up. This game could be a while. Bat Riders. Tiny Great Hall. And that's one way to counter expand.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ito is getting the level advantage. It's literally solo Blade Master. He's not really playing Proto, but it's solo Blade with Bat Riders and Towers. So it's getting there, you know? It's getting there. Blade Master should get creeping to level 5 if he can. Now that he's tier 3, you want to get level 5? Why do you want to get level 5? Well, it's really good for starters, nice Bat Riders. But for non-starters, for secondaries, you get closer to level 6, and level 6 with Blade Storm is the ultimate laming tactic. It's one of the greatest ultimates in the game. And the Blade's going to be level 5 after this. This is a very harassable expansion from over here, but I doubt that'll happen too easily. He's going in for Fiends now, realizing he doesn't want to feed the Blade too much with Bat Riders. Even though Bat Riders aren't the most efficient, they do give experience. And the Blade Master will get to level 6 if you keep allowing him to blow up Bat Riders as inefficiently as he likes, you know? Just like this. Oh, that's a bit more experience for the Blade. Ooh, Stone Form. Giga Chad, you could do that? What's up, Surf? I didn't know you could Stone Form and still eat the Bat Rider. I figured if you Stone Formed, it just canceled it. But not only can you Stone Form to save the guard, but it wastes the Bat Rider. What the hell? Who knew? I've never done that before. My bro knew in 2016 playing with a touchpad against me, and I was only 14 years old. Come on, Inspired! What the hell? That is our landing. Master almost 5.5.
A player's forces are under attack.
Surprised he, there we go. Step teleportation. Now the landing can begin. I was going to say, surprised he hasn't been maybe trying to kill some more acolytes, stuff like that. That can really punch you up to level 6 quicker. The Fiend. It's a big chunk of experience. That's like every itty-bitty bit of experience he can get.
A player's forces are under attack.
Gets you close to level 6. Once you're level 6, your win condition is Blade Storming everything. He's going to get a statue now, too. Getting scary for Ito. Boneyard's coming up. Why solo hero? Oh, you're going to see very soon why solo hero. You're going to see in about 0.4 of a level. Sorry, everybody. I'm doing some adminning. That rider lands. Oh, almost lost that Garg as well. He's so close to level 6. The bats again! He's going to get level 6. One more. One more. Kill it in stone form. Who cares? Coil. Okay. Sorry, everybody. One last thing for adminning. And then we'll be back to the game.
player's forces are under attack. Town is under siege.
Okay, we're all done with the adminning.
A player's forces are under attack.
Bat Riders are here. Again, the stone form, but he does connect the AoE, so he still gets 2 for his troubles. Bladestorm, there it is! And it's not as though you only get one of these bad boys. You get them every 2 minutes. You get them every 2 minutes.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, yeah. This is what I'm talking. This is why I was stressing so much, the little itty-bitty bits of experience and getting to level 5. For so many years, people would really just harass with the blade level 1 and not really prioritize creeping at all with this sort of a style. But nowadays, people realize the power of Bladestorm. He's got 1 more minute until it's off cooldown again. This Bladestorm already killed the entire expansion. These bats aren't even necessary. Liquid Fire does that. Bats. Oh, are gonna kill the worm! Oh no, the armor upgrades, actually. He's got 3 armor upgrades! Beams over here. Beetles to scout. Blade goes into the main. 40 seconds for another ultimate. And by the way, you can also Bladestorm, which makes you magic immune, by the way. You cannot be Coil Nova impaled while you're Bladestorming. And you can Staff of Teleportation while you're Bladestorming, so it's pretty much unstoppable. Because you can't impale the staff to stop it, because he's magic immune. So he can essentially run in, Bladestorm, staff out during the Bladestorm, be unkillable, and then get back home, and then just do it over and over again. Bladestorm is a very underrated ultimate. Underrated because most people think it's like, oh, there's a top 10 ultimate. It's definitely top 3 ultimates in the game, Bladestorm. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's a really, really, really good ultimate. I would even argue better than Metamorphosis these days. It's only beaten by things like Transmute and I mean, look at it. Look at it go. He could have killed the gold mine if he was better positioned there as well. It's really good.
Town is under siege.
One more Acolyte, level 7. Tower's being canceled over here. I don't think Shik really cares, but he does need to get back and heal. Re-expanding. This time he's spreading out the Ziggurats. And Beetles will continue to scout. It's still playable for Shik. He's just got to remain calm. Or still playable for Ito, rather. He's just got to remain calm. He's going to eat a bunch of Bladestorms. They're going to be really annoying. Yeah, I think he killed the worm with some bats at some point. Sorry, I've been half distracted because of all the adminning I was doing during this, but the worm did die at some point. And Bladestorm, another 40 seconds. Although the stream title is wrong. Refresh. Oh, the gold mine will die to the Bladestorm. He's not going to use it just yet. You know, without shade, he's trying to get one. I'm not sure if he has one or not, but he's also got burrowed beetles, which are pretty good. Nope, stream title is correct. The stream title is correct. They're both on the bracket. Blood level 5. DK not gonna get level 5 this game. Another Blade Storm. The gold mine's dead. Doesn't want to blow up on the Gargs with 3 armor upgrades and frost armor. And Shik with 3,300 gold. And Ito's like, you know, he's like, I'm doing a good job. I'm stopping the expo upper left, but he doesn't know that Shik's at 3,500 gold. He didn't even really tower this much. Like, honestly, Ito could have probably broken this many a times. I think was his big mistake this game. Like, 3 towers, not that scary. Spikes level 2, yes, but he could have. With mass beetles, with Tri-Hero, and just a couple of units, he probably could have stopped that expansion. Even right now, he could still go there. The issue is, Shik's at 4k gold. I mean, if it was like 8 towers, I would understand. Or even 5 or more. But 3? 3 ain't that scary, I'm sorry to say. It's pretty scary. Like, this is going to be difficult to break. Was there no shades still? I wonder. Oh, what do you know? Blade Storm's off cooldown again. Here we go. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, he's staffing out as well. Now you can't impale the staff because he's magic immune. You can also use a potion of invisibility. There's a tiny Great Hall. And Shik. Still at 3,000 gold. Oh, he's got Bloodlust. It's like it's mini Dota.
A town is under siege.
And the gold mine goes down. $3,500 gold again. Blade Storm in 3 seconds. Is this even the best thing to Blade Storm at this point? I mean, he doesn't care. And Blade Storm goes down.
player's forces are under attack. The town is under siege.
Bat Rider's cleaning up this bottom right. He's got 4,300 gold. Impale. I mean, you could tavern revive the Blade Master like what, 10 times?
Forces are under attack.
This is why the game is dead. And he's souring here as well. Can't blame Shik. You truly can't. I mean, he's playing to win, no doubt. And Ito's choosing to stay. He doesn't know that there's 4,500 gold banked. How is he supposed to know how much gold there is banked, you know? Is he gonna Bladestorm the Fiends? Not the most optimal Bladestorm, but there's the staff out. And he lives with 50 HP.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ito trying to mine out his gold mine desperately. Like, the only question I have for Ito, is he not aware of this? Did he just never scout this? Because surely he should know the game is over if he just had this scouted.
Forces are under attack.
But like him staying in the game makes me think like he just... Because he also could have broken this many times and this would have been a very winnable game for Ito. But he just has never seen this? Which really makes me wonder if that's what's going on here. He thinks he's denying the upper left. He never scouted it, yes. Like, I think, you know, which is a crazy thing. At this point to have never scouted it, but... Okay, the main is out. The tower could cancel this maybe before it goes down. And Bat Riders, they're slowly going to kill him. He's gonna have a Bladestorm pretty soon. He's staffing back with the Lich. Oh, his Blade. Oh, the Bladestorm. And also, another fun fact about Bladestorm, you can actually auto-attack while you're Bladestorming. It doesn't show the animation, but you can get criticals and everything while you're Bladestorming.
The town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Shik just having fun? I don't know what's happening, okay? Oh, Blade Master. Hasn't actually died yet, except for the very early game. Remember that surround here that happened about 35 minutes ago. 0 Echoes in main. He does have 0 Echoes. He has no Acolytes. That's it. He has no Acolytes. He has no Acolytes. This game is over. Like, he might think, like, Shik has no gold, and that's why he's got so few bats. Like, there's a lot of things going through Ito's mind, potentially. This is the B-Net game you get when you want to wind down after work.
A town is under siege.
Another Blade Storm in 5 seconds. Mirror Image. He doesn't have enough mana now to actually use Blade Storm. Ito has been revealed. Bats are killing the fiends. He should just, at this point in the game, you should just reveal, like, spend 3,000 of your 5,000 gold on reveals in their base. Just to show them. Oh yeah, he's down to 1 base. There we go.
A player's forces are under attack.
There's no Acolytes, though. A Shade died to a Blade Storm? That does happen. And as though he could mine from the gold mine that's now being killed by the next... How many Blade Storms has been? Like 10? Starbuck's so pissed. Of course this is Starbuck's opponent, too. We have to watch the winner of this for Starbuck just to see how much Starbuck destroys. Well, it's going to be Shik. Just to see how much Starbuck tryhards to destroy Shik in the shortest amount of time possible after this.
Town is under siege.
It's got 4 circlets. Fair enough. Orb on the Crypt Lord. Like, do you blame him for thinking Shik doesn't have that much gold? He's only showing like 1 bat at a time. Yeah, Ito's just got to lock in. True. That's all he's got to do to win this, Ito, is just lock in. Bloodlusted sappers, 3 of them. Did they all die? Crypt Lord's level 6. The heroes are pretty insane. The blade might actually die. He's got 3k gold, though. There's like 2 buildings left. This is it. These are the buildings. Ultimate disrespect would be to forfeit? Yeah, true. Imagine. Alright, okay. Kill him. Kill him. Okay, the blade's dead. One bat comes in. Here it is. Here it is. It's over. It's over. Moving on to the quarterfinals. Okay. Jesus Christ. Starbuck versus Shik will be our next match. I suppose on the upside of all this, I'll show you guys the bracket, and you'll realize that the only time that was wasted was really Starbucks, unfortunately, but we didn't actually miss any matchups. Because during all that, we started the finals bracket. But as you can see... this is the match we're going to watch anyway. Like, this is the match. We're going to watch Shik for Starbucks. So we didn't really miss anything, even though this has been started for about 25 minutes now, and Starbuck's been waiting the whole time for his opponent. We didn't really miss anything. So let's jump into Starbuck for Shik right away. Mental resilience training. All right, I respect it. Starbuck might be pissed, but I respect it. All right, Shik for Starbuck. Shik is playing random. Starbuck is playing human. Best of 3. We'll jump right in. We'll jump right in. Holy. There's always one 40-minute game, isn't there? All right, we're going to erase that game from our memory forever. Gamba? Yeah, for sure. Ito, Pato. Pato won that one. This will be for the best of 3. Who will win best of 3? Shik or Starbuck? Shik is playing random, remember. And here we go. In the upper left as the human. Of course, here is Starbuck going with the Archmage on Hammerfall on the bottom right. Getting Orc as random. Here's Shik playing Grunt into Farseer Headhunters. Yo, Praj, thank you, man. Thank you for the 3 months. The sub. Appreciate that. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Kusanya, and how did Shik lose to him? Shik was not on time, so he took the def loss in the upper bracket and played from the lower bracket. Starbuck pulling the Golem. Looking for a good item here. Always hard for the Orc to stop this, but if they get here in time, they can get some last hits. Circlet is found, and this will be an expansion from Starbuck. Shik actually gets the Berserker. That's what I mean. That's going to deny level 2 now. Really good start. He got both wolves in range for the last hit. And now starts pressuring the Archmage. A really good start.
A player's forces are under attack.
And Farseer could potentially get this last hit as well. Grunt trying to get in range. And he does get it with the Grunt. Wolves pressure the Archmage a little bit more. Resummon. This is a great start for Shik. Holy. True Ancient of Wonders. True. Couple Militia getting low, and Starbuck will just tech. He'll eat his losses, and Tech loses another peasant. He probably overbuilt some anyway. He's at 16, which means he did overbuild peasants anyway, so he can afford to lose some. He was, of course, preparing for an expansion. Oh, nice deny on the water elemental. Wolves continue to be annoying. They'll probably get one more Militia. Cane Tower quite late. Another peasant will die. There's no saving this bad boy. Denied, though. Farseer 1 kill away from level 2. And Shik is going to be teching soon. Gotta double check something. Yeah, Shik is blue. I was like, did Shik random human and Starbuck went orc? Because this is just looking so good for the orc that it's hard to believe this is Shik's off race versus Starbuck's human. But it is. But Shik might be starting to get over-aggressive a little bit. Sometimes you just got to take the damage you've done and just leave it there. Go home, start creeping yourself, because once the Arcane Tower's up, Militia get called, you start to lose Headhunters, and then all of a sudden you're getting counterattacked with Defend Footman and a level 3 Archmage, and then it becomes kind of tricky. So Shik might have been a little bit over-aggressive, but the early game was fantastic. Oh, Starbuck started game too quick, so Shik didn't pick race yet, but he wanted Orc anyway. Ah, thank you, Rulas. So Shik is playing Orc. Makes sense, makes sense. It's the second time that's happened today. Attack. Archmage getting scary, but he got level 3 so late that he's not really able to do much with it. TC, Spirit Lodge, Bestiary, standard stuff. Starbuck is going to be playing Riflecaster, albeit a late Riflecaster. Will it be Paladin? Starbuck did say recently, when Paladin was first getting popularized, that it was not good. But maybe he's come around. Always a sign of a good player if you're able to change your mind about things. I know, for one, I am not able to change my mind about many things. And that's why I'm not a good player. Salve got canceled there, unfortunately. Panda second for Starbuck. Panda with Rifle Caster is a bit strange. Normally you want to get casters, because Breaker Frontline is good to help the Panda. And then you can sort of have a lot of Sorks slow everything down, and the Panda can really go to work. Burrow getting pressured, and is forced to be repaired by Gold Peasants. The block with the Raider. There is no way out of here other than that. That is one way to do it. There will be a purge in a second for the water elemental. TC creeping it up, and Panda already on his way to level 3. Heal scroll purchased. Starbuck still running around the map trying to get level 3 Panda. There is not another heal scroll available for a while. We can see the timer down here, of course. Panda's being pressured. TC trying to get the steal, but Starbuck too aware. The Haze Fire does a lot of damage. Remember, only one of these two players has a heal scroll right now, and it's not the Orc. Panda bought a potion of invulnerability as well. Front went down, Shaman goes down, potion popped. You see lands a stomp, but not on that many footmen. Militia come in to finish off the creeps. Looking better and better by Starbuck. Would be an after party stream today? I was debating whether or not to stream after today. I don't know. I might clean a little bit and chill. Play a little bit of RuneScape, clean. Gotta do some laundry. Sometimes too many streams in a row, you start to get behind on everything else. You know what I mean? But I'll think about it. It's potential. Give it a 50-50. I get bored. Starbuck's not getting bored here at all. The Panda continues to press forward. Could have maybe committed for some more kills. But not for now. I like the farm positioning. Always good to scout shops in a matchup where it's heal scroll dependent. There'll be an expansion coming up soon.
Forces are under attack.
Is there troll regen? It's hard to tell now. There's no troll regen, that's why he's salving these. Once the Panda gets level 3, and once the Archmage gets level 4, that's where Panda gets really strong, because essentially, Panda can't burn through his mana quick enough with Aura level 2. Breath does land.
A player's forces are under attack.
Heal scroll is purchased now, both of them. And that's what Shik needs in order to fight. Level 3 TC and double heal scroll. So he's about to check all those boxes. But will he find Starbucks Expo? If he finds it quick and pushes, there might be a good chance for Shik. But if he allows that Expo to mine for even a minute, it might slip away quickly. Doesn't take long for human to scale and end up favored. They will meet in the middle. 51 against 50 supply. Starbuck just now breaking. The Expo hasn't paid off yet, and there's no Arcane Tower either. Wolves actually find it. Double Dispel. TP just to save the peasants is a nice idea. He also wasn't really positioned in a way that could ever defend that expansion, so I think the TP was actually the right call. Even though it's silly to TP for Wolves, it was for more than just that, in a way. And Shik trying to attack this base and then send Wolves down. Starbuck left his Priest there. Really smart play. Blizzard! He had retrained previously. That Shaman did live. Shik is not expanding right now. He's staying one base. Those Wolves were dealt with at some point. It's such a difficult choke point. Oh, man, the AoE. He already burned through a heal scroll as well. And if he engages, he's going to have to use the next one. Trying to run away. He's got to use the next heal. They haven't even started fighting, and he's used double heal scroll already. Blizzard hits everything. Kodo gets a devoured. The TC still hasn't stomped. He's just going to have to take the stomps he gets, but It's not gonna get easier for Shik. He is losing everything. Maybe the TC in position now can get some counter kills. It's a good stomp. Where's the follow-up damage? And I only hear orc units dying. A priest here and there, sure, but almost everything is dead. And Shik does call the GG. That is 1-0 for Starbuck. A really nice start to Shik, but again, I think he was just a little bit over-aggressive, and then his heroes were under-leveled. Isn't Shockwave much better? I think it's good. They both have their places, Shockwave and Stomp. Okay, game 2 is on Echo Isles. And we've actually caught up on Flow TV now, which is great. "20 seconds. EI, I mean, if Starbuck was thinking about an expo on Hammerfall, he might be thinking about the same. On Echo Isles, it can get a little messy, though. Maybe if he feels he's favored just in a standard one-base game, maybe we'll just stick to that. But there always is things like Mountain King first. Standard old fast expo, you know. The Panda, you don't see a lot. I do think it's a little bit underrated as a second hero for human. But the issue is Mountain King is kind of just better. It does the same things, but just better. But the idea of last game is his tech was so delayed that he wanted an immediate hero that he could creep with. Yeah, I remember when Todd did me and Todd did this one stream where he coached me with human, and I remember him telling me to get Panda second. I think versus Elf even. He's a big fan of it. Okay, I gotta restart the overlay, and then we'll be into game number 2. If she can have that good of an early game and then just follow it up a little bit better, a little bit more efficient creeping on his TC, go for that tier 2 expansion, which I think should still be played, probably. Not impossible. All right, game 2 on EI. Oh, Saul, are you still there? Oh, everybody. Are you ready? Here's Sheikah's Orc. He was random last game, but he did choose Orc. Oh, no, okay. I thought it was Pally Rifle. It's Arc. What the hell is this build? I thought it was Pally Rifle. This is new. It's Archmage Rifle? Okay. It's no Footman. I know there's the build where you go 1 Footman into Rifleman. I've seen that one, but this is like the Pally Rifle build, but with an Archmage. This is cool. Like, could you go Paladin second off of this? This is very interesting. I've never seen this done before. From a player that's competent. I've never seen this done before. Very interesting. Archmage obviously a lot better at defending himself in the early game than a Paladin is, because ranged hero, because summons. So the weakness of Pally Rifle is generally this starting part of the game when you get harassed indefinitely. The Archmage isn't going to struggle as much in that department.
The player's forces are under attack.
Archmage trying to get to level 2. Last hit does go to the Farseer. Shik really strong with the last hits. He's been playing his mini Dota. Maybe he has. Seemed like it with that Blade Master earlier, but same with Starbuck. Good deny.
A player's forces are under attack.
I feel like he was overcooking a little bit. He probably could have just attacked that, but always good to be safe. Rifle and a couple militia. Split creep. It's such an interesting build. Are you guys familiar with this? Anyone? Human players? You guys played this before? Have we seen Starbuck play this before?
A player's forces are under attack.
Did he accidentally build an Archmage instead of a Paladin? I don't know. I don't mind it at all, though. Why build Footmen? Why build the stupid melee units that don't really accomplish anything in the early game? Why not just skip to the juice? Skip to the Riflemen. Naga second especially. You saw it on ladder. Okay. We'll see. I'm curious what second hero he's going to go for. I think it's going to be Paladin, but we heard Naga. We heard Mountain King already. We'll wait and see. Chain Lightning. More steals from Shik. That one not so easy, but the Archmage is getting hurt. Already 5 Riflemen. Starbuck is late on a farm. He's going to need to build that right now. Shik did get that Berserker. Or the Trapper, rather. Starbuck's still late on a farm, by the way. He wants a Tavern Hero. He's not going to be able to get it. He forgot a farm.
A player's forces are under attack.
Starbuck tech a bit later with the build. I wasn't actually quite paying attention, but I think it was a 3 Rifleman tech, as is normal with Pally Rifle. Yeah, no, it seems like it's standard. Because your Blood Mage is normally out at 6.5 minutes with this build, which, as we could say, literally would be out at 6.5 minutes if he started a second hero right now. Farm late, though. Farm is late. And Crystal Ball reveals the main, sees no Spirit Lodge. Maybe will inform his second hero choice? No, it is going to be the Paladin. Well, look who was right after all. Twitch chat. How about that? Creeping continues. Farseer is not under-leveled this time, which is nice. Peon coming across. It will be a pretty early expo. 37 supply expo. You can go a little bit earlier, but this is, as far as expansion timings go, pretty quick. Creeping continues for Starbuck. Wanted to get that aura level 2, and then it's kind of like a Blood Mage in its own way. Because this is like a Blood Mage-less Pally Rifle.
A player's forces are under attack.
Very cool. Starbuck's been doing a lot of interesting builds recently. When we see his Orc, we've been seeing him do a lot of different stuff. Someone sent me a replay of Starbuck doing a Blade TC double Spirit Lodge Mesh Shaman all-in versus Human, which was different. It feels like he's just freeballing sometimes, and he can just make anything work because he's got it like that. Shik's creeping way better this game. Here's the timing. It's the Pally Rifle timing. It literally is, just with an Archmage instead. The Paladin, under-leveled. But there is no Shamans for the level 2 Water Elementals, so those will still be strong in their own right. I don't know if they'll be as strong as Holy Light level 2, but... Let's see, Shik trying to repair, loses that burrow. He has another one coming online, but that would have been his 51 supply burrow. The expansion will make up for that supply lost eventually. TC got so close to level 3, but not quite. Needs a couple of kills. The Stomp is good to start. Water Elemental's killing another burrow. I don't think Shik quite realizes gonna lose another burrow. No, he is repairing. Okay. Rifleman. Would he give the TC3? Not quite. He needs 2 kills, I think, to get Torn Chieftain level 3. One Rifleman goes down. Next one, Holy Litten. Chain Lightning. There's TC level 3. Water Elementals still being annoying back in the back of the base. Expansion is soon to finish for Shik. Will he remember to send peons down there? Shop is still up, getting value out of that while he can. Lumber is okay for Shik, despite all the repair that he's had to do. Stomp going for Paladin focus. Water Elementals finally expire in the back. Shop was going to die now. He bought as many items as he could. Well, he could. Expansion's finished, but I don't think Shik has quite realized just yet that he needs to saturate it. Maybe even just building peons over there could be the play. Another Rifleman goes down. Shik's getting kills, but everything's losing health quickly. Shop coming up. Does he have any mana potions? No, he's got a Clarity, but can't use that in combat. One more Priest. They're healing each other. Keeping it alive for now. Holy Light as well. Nice micro from Starbuck. And Shik's just run out of steam, unfortunately. This expansion, not saturated. And the Farseer Potion of Vulnerability. The Stomp killed one more Rifleman. We just don't have any Orc units left. The same old Paladin rifle timing, but with a different hero. And some good micro as well on top of things. Coming back with just his heroes, but that is it. That is 2-0 for Starbuck. That is Starbuck in the semifinals. Nice try to Shik. Some good points in both games for him. Starbuck's moving on. And he will be playing Pato now. Oh, yeah. You love to see it, don't you? Somebody stole Starbuck's game name. That's funny. I tried to join the game name that Starbuck always hosts with. Somebody else did it. What's the likelihood of that? All right, maybe we'll just go Flow TV. Pato versus Starbuck. Okay, they did already start. So we got a couple minutes. I got to go to the bathroom. I'll be back in 2.5 minutes, and we'll have our semifinals, Pato versus Starbuck. Get yourself a drink, get yourself a coffee, get yourself a beer, get yourself a little snack. We'll be back with a fantastic series between these two. 2.5 minutes. BRB. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Semifinals starting pretty much right now. Pato versus Starbuck. Just got to restart for our overlay. This is always so loud. But it's as quiet as it can go. There we go. And then we'll have our human versus night elf matchup between two friends. The 2v2 duo. Pato and Starbuck. Why'd you leave us alone? I'm sorry. I had to pee. I apologize. Gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I mean? Ah, yeah, we can do a gamba. Sonic, that's how you ask for a gamba right there. I respect it. I respect it. That's how you ask for it. That's how you ask for it. What a mannered guy. Who win best of 3? And manners, you know what they get you in life? They get you the opportunity to gamble. All right, we're about to jump in. Starting on Hammerfall. Anywho, overlay is working. We are good. That all looks good. I think we are good to get started here, everybody. Get your gambas in while you can. There's 1 minute left. This should be a great series. All depends how well kind of Pato's playing right now. We know what shape Starbuck's always in, but Pato here in the upper left of Hammerfall, you know, at his best, he's a fantastic player. But sometimes not the most practiced, of course. Starbuck seems to just always be in shape. 871 to 1 odds. Solid, solid. Starbuck going for the Tavern Hero. Maybe inspired by Infi's play earlier today on this very stream. There's been a whole lot of games today played. I can't even keep up with all the pro games, and I have no life. It's insane. It's just so many. So Keeper versus, maybe it'll be Beastmaster from Starbuck. Maybe it'll be Pitlord. Who really knows? He is streaming, so who knows what his chat has convinced him to do in his stream. I do think to an extent he takes this tournament seriously, so probably going to be something like a Fire Lord, like a Beastmaster, and it will be the Fire Lord. He's not mucking about here. Creeping. Being hurt quite a bit. Did he go Incinerate first? I love Incinerate first. It's so good. Every consecutive auto attack on a hero does 2 bonus damage at level 1, then 3 at level 2, and 4 at level 3. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, onward and onward to infinity, on top of the damage the Fire Lord already does, as long as they have this stack on them. It's so damn good. And they blow up after they get killed. And look how much damage he does. 1 more auto attack and he's dead. He could actually manually cast Incinerate, and it gives you extended range on the Incinerate. You're just gonna lose it to creeps. What else does he have? So sometimes you'll see two animations. You'll see the overhand throw from the Fire Lord. He'll do it in a second here as soon as he attacks something.
A player's forces are under attack.
There's like the overhand throw. And then you'll see where he goes two hands and sort of scoops upwards. When he does the two hands and scoops upwards, that's when he's manually casting Incinerate. That gives you the extra range. You'll notice if he does it ever. But for now, he's just auto-attacking with it. Oh, Firelord taking a lot of damage. Level 2 now. So it's similar to that when he summons the lava spawn. That's what Incinerate looks like when he manually casts it for the extended range. Not a very commonly used trick, but important nonetheless. Because there's so many opportunities when you're chasing a hero down and he has one hit left and you need to land it. Here's the stacks. Keep a count. 2, 4, 6. Really, really does add up. All the way to Graham's number if you allow the Firelord too. But then I think the whole internet would break or something like that. Does Keeper really have 0 experience? Okay, he's got a little bit now, but it gets claws +8 at least. Lava spawn's being annoying back here. Starbuck going for rifles behind this, and probably an Archmage second. Scroll the Beast now, which isn't the ideal consumable to find, but the experience is still nice. He's used right away to defend himself. One archer goes down. Defend is online. Treant's pressuring. Lava spawns trying to split. Both players microing this quite well so far. Entangle is available. Treant's trying to force that TP. There's him manually casting. You see how he's throwing his arms up from down below. And another trick with Firelord, as the Firelord does go down from Starbuck actually. If you're entangled, you can't auto-attack, but you can manually cast arrow abilities. So Naga can cast Cold Arrow, Dark Ranger can cast Black Arrow, Firelord can cast Incinerate, and so on. You can cast Searing Arrow. So if you're entangled, you can manually cast Incinerate with the hotkey, and you'll be able to auto-attack still, essentially. Very important tricks here. This is our Firelord seminar, everybody. I like this hero. Exactly what Starbuck just attempted to do, but did lose his hero. Same for Banish? Wait, you can do it well banished, Pishner? Is that what you're saying? That's sick. I didn't know that. Holy, I didn't know that. Very important against Pally Rifle, actually, when there's you go Naga second. If they do go Banish, which is less and less common these days. Good little creep jack from Pato. A lot of peasants going down. Shredder was purchased as well from the lab, just so he can make up for the lost wisps earlier. Priest coming out. Firelord. Obviously, he had a TP when he lost it, but he was trying to risk it to maybe kill the Keeper. But flew a little too close to the sun. It's back anyway. And no serious damage has been done since the Firelord was lost. And now the Firelord's back. It's the Adept being trained. It is 20 seconds left before the Entangle can be dispelled. What a fun series so far. Is Pato expanding or anything? No, just going to be one base. Seems like single lore Archer Bear, probably with a Bottom Third and Triple Orb, something like that. You do need some bears for the rejuve, but you can go mostly archers if you want. To go an orb-heavy strategy, Keeper might need a potion. He's got Moonwells nearby. An Ambitious Clarity might get cancelled. No, it won't. Firelord taking his own path across the bridge, but gets entangled. There's the manual cast Incinerate. Almost landed the surround. That would have been TP forced. And there's no running from the Fire Lord now. Ancient War goes down. Pato pulling the Shredder because he's got plenty of lumber. Has no tech buildings anymore, though, right? He's rebuilding the Ancient War, so he does really want to build archers. Shop also important because he needs to buy Orb. But he's not going to have the time to get it if he doesn't defend the shop. Potion forced. So hard to deal with the defend footman. Trying to just focus the Fire Lord. Dispel there. Fire Lord takes a whole lot of damage, but Pato can't even deal with the footman. And 1-0 for Starbuck. Fun to see a little bit of Incinerate action, though. I love that's probably my favorite ability in the game, Incinerate. As you can tell. As you may be able to tell, at least. Yeah, just from the get-go, Pato was kind of countered. Starbuck seemed to know the preferences of creeping the Golem, and the Fire Lord just gets so quickly to that expansion on Hammerfall. That's why we so often will see Tavern Hero all-in versus fast expansions, just because of how close the Tavern is. But Echo Isles is map 2, a much different map. We have a much different strategy. Here we go. Starbuck in the upper left. Again, a Tavern build. I'm always down for more Incinerate Fire Lords. I'm all in for it. But this time around, Demon Hunter. Now, against Demon Hunter, you have another option with the Fire Lord. He's kind of counters everything. You have Soul Burn, similarly to against like a Pit Lord or a Blade Master, really high auto-attacking heroes. You can go for the Soul Burn to silence them. And then if you need to be really aggressive against like workers or something, when it's not wisps, you can go for Lava Spawn. Fire Lord just has so many options. And on top of that, he's an agility ranged hero, so he just has good stats in general. Good armor, good attack speed, good attack damage. Good itemization, because agility items will also add attack speed, which adds DPS, and it sort of, you know, snowballs itself. Hey, Arcade, how's it going? Thank you for the 40 months, my man. Appreciate that, Arcade. Demon Hunter with the Gloves of Haste. And we'll see if it might not even be a Fire Lord. Who knows? No, but it will be. No, but it will be. And if you want to creep the Fire Lord, he's one of the best creepers in the game because of lava spawns. You can creep infinitely. He's just like, he's such a varied hero.
A player's forces are under attack.
He's the only hero in the game that can fully counter Resurrecting Taurens. He's got so much going on for him. Yo, CJMJMM 2006. Thank you for the 52 months. Thank you for your guys' support. Appreciate that. Positive attack found. Pato prepped both the items here. And does have a cloak and is going towards the expansion. Starbuck has a skill point, and he might want to use it on Soulburn to defend the peasants, but Incinerate is also a tempting choice for all the reasons I pointed out last game. Demon Hunter gets here. Archer's going to get one peasant. Demon Hunter could cancel the tower to have access to the others. It is Incinerate, no Soulburn. Archer wants to get this next peasant. Is there dust? There isn't. Look how fast the Archer nearly dies. Starbuck kind of has to sit here or else he'll lose that peasant. But if the footmen stay, the Archer cannot show herself. Maybe before the peasant regens, maybe Pato should just sack the Archer to kill the peasant. Because eventually he's going to lose the Archer. There's no saving it now. There are arguments to be made for both. Have a spawn summoned. Tree of Life counter expansion is coming up, by the way. We can see it down here. Well, can the Archer escape now? The Great Escape? Go now, Archer. Go, go. Nope. She's still dead. I'm so sorry, Archer. We have to leave you. There's no saving you anymore. Pato goes back to the Moonwells. Ancient War is still building archers. Maybe Boots of Speed. And of course the Dust of Appearance. Oh, Archer made her escape. Oh, we missed it. But does successfully get away. And lives. Oh my god. The Odyssey of the Archer continues. Lava spawn splitting, but won't be able to do too much. Tree of Life has been found. Both have boots. A little bit of downtime in the game, as it seems, for both. Lava spawns are finding value, actually. They will be used to creep here. They're both going to split pretty soon. Demon Hunter. Just pretty much waiting for the Tree of Life to move down to the expansion. There's a double split. Crystal Ball will use one right away. Goes towards the expansion, but he's going to be a little bit too late. Not too late to disrupt the expansion itself, but too late to stop the creeping of it. Demon Hunter with no mana burn, by the way, so Firelord will have all the abilities he wants. Demon Hunter not going for that Ensnared Footman, interestingly. He needs to pressure the Firelord, though, because if the Firelord is allowed to continuously auto-attack, Demon's just dead. So that's why we see Pato always turning and trying to face the Firelord. Because obviously the Firelord with the HP he's at right now can't stand there and trade auto-attacks. But if he's not disrupted, if he's not stopped, eventually his auto-attacks will do infinity damage. Literally infinity damage. There's a video on YouTube of it. Expo's up for both. We'll want to check on the macro for Starbuck. Tier 2 right around the corner with the Blacksmith on time as well. Pato's tech just now finished. Ooh, Crystal Ball. That's a nice usage of Crystal Ball. It's sort of like a remote Dust of Appearance. Lava Spawn splitting again. And the tech. Double Lore. Double Sanctum Archmage for Starbuck. The expansion will be saturated in 10 seconds. This Archer's still alive down here, by the way. Might be the last of her kind with the way things are going. Naga second. Firelord's got to be careful. No TP. Oh, this one's being so damn annoying. Probably will kill this Archer, actually. Yeah, the Firelord definitely will. Nice denying to the creeps, but Pato's just going to creep it himself for level 3. And there's the tier 3 tech. Back here, we do have triple Sanctum, actually. And Archmage is now popping out. One Rifleman, but still mostly going to be Breakers and Casters. Interesting. Some different stuff. Starbuck consistently does some different things, which is nice to see. That somebody as, you know, successful as him in tournaments is still playing weird, wacky stuff. We need more of that. More players like Hazy, but that are actually winning. Or like Infi. And Infi obviously is winning, so. Very early push. There is no town portal. And the consumable has not been crept yet at the 12 o'clock. Pato's got to react or else he will lose the tree. Can't believe the Trapper's still here. there any units being built? Just a couple Dryads, mostly upgrades, though. Demon Hunter comes back. Level 3 Fire Lord. Is it Incinerate level 2? It is. Now every attack does an extra 3 damage with the stacks. The tree's gonna die. All the wisps are going down. Starbuck will probably just focus it. Archmage. Will he use the heal scroll? No. Getting risky for Starbuck now. Potion of Vulnerability so that he guaranteed gets the tree kill. He loses everything, but kills the tree, and that's sometimes all he needs to do. No, Incinerate does not work on buildings. The only arrow that works on buildings is Searing Arrow. Lava spawns in the main. That'd be super imba. It would be hilarious, so I'd love it. I wonder how fast, if Incinerate did work on buildings, how fast you could kill a Tree of Eternity, for instance. You could do the math.
A player's forces are under attack.
Tree being rebuilt. There's really no other option for Pato. He did get a decent chunk of experience from that attempt. Well, the successful attempt, let's say, from Starbuck. So maybe his heroes can carry him. Demon Hunter's on his way to level 4. Naga on his way to level 3. The hero level's still even, quote-unquote, but a lot of units were killed there, including the Archmage. Demon Hunter being a little bit annoying, maybe a lot annoying. Has to be reacted to. In the meantime, Naga goes up here to kill a farm. Just trying to recover a little bit of the damage taken, but the Incinerate, don't underestimate it. Look how fast the Demon Hunter's drop. He's gonna die, dude! He took 80 damage from that auto attack. That's what I'm saying, man. You let those stacks get too high, and before you know it. Pressure in the main. No TP. But there's Staff and Potion of Vulnerability, so pretty safe. Hunter coming back with close to full health. Nice staff. Tree is finished. Gold mine up in 50 seconds. Starbuck 68 supply versus 51. Not an impossible supply differential for Pato, but it's getting tricky. It's getting very tricky. Demon Hunter went right back. Nice moves. That's what he needs to do. And he catches a couple of casters out. 2 Sorks out of position. Demon Hunter careful. Okay, evasion on that one. And Demon Hunter has staff in 20 seconds. Firelord cannot actually get to the fight. If the Demon Hunter could only staff up here and Pato could commit to the fight, it might be good, but Firelord's now here. Expansion will be saturated again. Good moves for Pato. Trying to pull the game back. 72 against 60 now with 2 Dryads in production. 3 Dryads. Oh, he's got triple lore, actually. Pato just needs a little bit of time. But Starbuck's going to go. 1 heal scroll. No Potion of Invulnerability. Insane items on the Fire Lord, actually. He is not messing around. Oh, the good angle. Kills 1 priest. Kills a 2nd priest. Staff, yep. Pato's really controlling this game quite well after losing the tree. 1 bear gonna go down, but actually microed away in time. 2 screens for both players. One bear may go down. Dryads and Demon Hunter up at the top. Slow on the bear, gonna fall. Demon Hunter has to be careful. Potion of healing, but the stacks are growing. The stacks are really growing. Okay, Demon Hunter survives. Pato just trying to get as much time as he can to produce units, but his lumber's hurting now, too. One bear staffed out, another bear saved. Does he have Abolish to get rid of the slow? He doesn't currently. Pato needs to get his army together, though. He needs to heal up, get everything together, and take an assertive fight, I think. The split was good, but it was only good to buy time. It wasn't actually good to win the fight. And he's doing just that right now. But everything's so hurt. He needs time to rejuve. Positioning. Good for Pato. But so many low bears. One falls right there. The next one's going to die. Will be staffed out. But again, another low bear. Becoming a real problem. Couple of casters caught out of position again. Starbuck still 77 supply. Pato's so close to crumbling at all times. Fire Lord level 4. Demon Hunter immolating in the middle of everything, but that's the thing about the Fire Lord is you just can't stand there for too long. Demon Hunter Moonwells save him at the last possible moment. A lot of Dryads doing decent damage, but there's no real kills Pato's securing here. Potion of healing. But there's just not enough meat. And that is going to be the end for Pato. Unfortunately, Starbuck had 1,000 gold as well. GG is called. A nice try at the end. Like, after the tree went down, some really good moves from Pato, but he was just too far behind after losing the tree. And that's 2-0. Starbuck in the grand finals. Either versus Techo or LawLiet. Techo and LawLiet started their game a little while ago. They're on game number 2. Is there no number count for Fire Lord stacks? Maybe on the Chinese overlay. There is, but not on our overlay. Oh, the best we can do is count, which I try to do. Okay. Now I have a tough decision. Do we jump into Pato Techo game 2 that started 14 minutes ago? I tested LawLiet. He's not bad. Yeah, he's not a bad player, that LawLiet guy. Or do we wait for that game to be done? Oh, I'll pay out the prediction, though. That's for sure. That Starbuck gets so good. He improved a lot over the last year. I'd say he improved a lot. I mean, the last year he's consistently been known as a really good player. I'd say he improved a lot in the last maybe 3-4 years. I don't even remember a time when Starbuck wasn't like a top European player at this point, but there was a time, right? There wasn't there? But he's definitely in the new school camp of strong players, no doubt. Yeah, I guess we'll go into Flow TV for this. I'm not sure what the score is for Techo LawLiet. LawLiet's playing human, actually. Maybe like pre-COVID? Yeah, pre-COVID seems reasonable. So the score is going to say 0-0, but it's 1-0 for somebody. We'll fast forward a little bit. And we'll just watch this game, and then we'll be into the grand finals pretty soon, I'm sure. LawLiet's playing human. He doesn't give us his night elf. He gives us a human mirror. Oh, boy. Either way, still LawLiet, still fun to see. Techo going to be challenged here, but not impossible, especially in this matchup. We'll fast forward a little bit, and then we'll check it out. just fast forward a tiny bit and then we'll jump in. Again, it says 0-0, but it is not currently 0-0. It's currently 1-0 for somebody. And this seems to be as good of a time as any. Here we go. Oh, ignore this, ignore this, ignore this. There we go. So Techo in the red, crept the golem first, got a circlet. LawLiet in the blue, also crept the golem, got a pennant of energy. That's all that's happened. They're creeping the greens now. Mirrored creep routes, gloves of haste versus claws. Techo with the better items for sure. New Gambit, this game's been going for a long time, but we'll do Gambit for the grand finals. Pressure on the footman. Oh, Militia from LawLiet. Holy, he actually had the surround and let it go. The preemptive Militia call, I think it was to creep this, but it still worked out to... Technically, he did surround the Archmage. Was this human ELO? I think it's safe to say LawLiet could be a pro-human player if he wanted to be. So, like 2,500. LawLiet's off races are extremely good. And humans is best off race. And then Techo's 2,300, probably? Reasonably 2,300. It might say different depending on the day, but I'd call him 2,300. And he's got the better items, which makes a big difference in the early games. Level 3 Archmage from the split creeping, and Techo's in a great position. Liat was disrupted enough that his Militia weren't able to do much. And now, how the hell do you defend this? Worse items, under-leveled Archmage, no potential to split Militia creep. Because your opponent's right in your face. Tough spot. I like the water elemental just continuously hitting the Archmage for LawLiet. Shop coming up in the back. Water elemental gets surrounded, but it was close to expiring, so... And denied as well. Oh boy. Oh god, oh man. Techo making some money moves. LawLiet still needs one camp to get level 3. But once the Mountain King is queued up, that's when the timer starts that you need to get out in 55 seconds. So Techo's going to look up at the clock and think, okay, around the 6-minute mark, I need to get the hell out of here. Until then, it's free reign. His tech is a little bit behind as well, so his LawLiet's Mountain King's going to be quicker. Level 3. But still a lot of Militia Forest, evening up the tech difference because of all the Militia calls. If we just look at the lumber as well, LawLiet can only get 1 Sanctum currently, and he's definitely not going to be able to get a Tier 2 expansion up too easily. Whereas Techo, even though his tech is just now finishing, take a look at this. He's going to be able to afford everything. Probably even power builds with Sanctums. Any minute now. There we go. LawLiet got 1 on the way. Where's the second one? Healing up from the shop. Both players have had the luxury of that so far. Mountain King is here. Should just probably throw a bolt on the Archmage to cancel everything, and he does. He's going to lock the surround in. And he does. TP force right away, not waiting around to see how much damage he can take before TPing. Just pulling the trigger on that right away. Now Techo's Mountain King is going to be out, so we can even out the scales. Would not be surprised to see LawLiet go Tier 3 this game. Oh, he's playing human? I got no idea, man. Techo 1 Autumn Leaves. Thank you. That's surprising. And also, shout out you, Rulas. Thank you. Thank you. PogChamp. Damn, Techo up 1-0, and he has a strong early game? Holy. MK stuck? Oh, the MK is stuck. You know what? He can get out here. It's all right. On the Mountain King. Remembering, Techo does not have a talent portal right now. LawLiet does. And he forces the TP. Techo's ahead here. He's ahead, and now that I know that he's up 1-0, I'm like, oh my god, LawLiet. Of all the mirror matchups to play, a human mirror. Not only is it sometimes a little bit volatile, but Techo's a player I feel like that's pretty strong in this matchup.
A player's forces are under attack.
After all, Europe is a place with a lot of strong human players. Shop coming up down here. Interesting. But Expo up here. Crystal Ball reveals, but Crystal Ball also shows Techo that Miko's crept his expansion, if that makes sense. Unless it was a lab reveal, which probably wouldn't be. Was he the guy who 1v1 Hearthstone? Yes. Yes, he is. And he was way too good. But Techo is an example of a player that's actually improved a lot. Most people sort of stay the same level forever, but Techo was much lower MMR, and he actually did improve. LawLiet trying to get level 3 Mountain King. Does have his expansion up. 6 Peasant Expo. And Techo, the shop confuses me. But anyway, at least he has the shop. The thing is, if you lose that in Breaker Mirror, it sort of stops all your production. But either way, we got a standard human mirror. It seems like Techo will beat LawLiet in the race to level 3 Mountain King. They both got their consumables. LawLiet with the Potion of Vulnerability, Techo with the Greater Mana. Hard to say what's better between those two. Probably the Potion of Vulnerability.
The player's forces are under attack.
And just take a look at the gold mines to see. They're dead even. This will be Archmage level 4 for LawLiet.
Town is under siege.
Or Mountain King 3. Red camp crept right away. They're just going to creep out the whole map. Not often do you see
A player's forces are under
a full
attack.
map cleared in 2-base human mirror. One player tends to be really aggressive, but they're both creeping. LawLiet choosing to do some footman pressure, but it doesn't really succeed. Going to lose 2 out of 3? Yeah, 2 out of 3. But in trades, he gets the red camp. They both have their seafood buffet over here. Surprisingly, hasn't been grabbed yet.
The player's forces are under attack.
Zeppelin now for Techo. $67 supply versus 60. Yumiko with no Arcane Tower as Expo. Did I call him Miko? Do I keep doing that? LawLiet. It's Korean human.
The player's forces are under
is cursing me. Zeppelin is a huge deal if it's not killed. It can save literally everything, and the only anti-air is pretty much water elementals. Okay, they're both helping each other creep. Liat with better breaker positioning right now and 1-1 upgrades versus 0-0 for Techo. Mountain King's got to be careful. Nice Mountain King taking a lot of damage. He has a health stone and a potion of vulnerability, though. Techo actually has potion of vulnerability and Ankh, so they're both very safe on their MKs. Replenishment over the invul. Love to see that. 71 versus 67. A very even game after this chaotic early game. Liat, can he get in range for a bolt? He does have to fear the Zeppelin dodge, which would be huge aura gain for Techo. And the last thing you want is to give your opponent any aura. No split harass during any of this, but only 4 out of 5 for LawLiet currently. You must play this since 2004 and Mir, it's crazy. Hey man, magic immune units. Wonder what that's like. I would mass them too. From LawLiet onto the priest. Footman also going to go down. A second priest bashed and killed by LawLiet. LawLiet, who's about to have a 2 upgrade advantage solidified with his armor upgrade ticking. Techo only now getting the first attack upgrade. Level 4 on the Mountain King. Seems like LawLiet is just winning in micro, which makes total sense. It is LawLiet after all. You seen him, this guy play Warden? Holy. They both have Zeppelins, but I don't know where Techo's Zeppelin went to. Maybe it died? Bolt on the priest. Wasn't able to save that one. There is an Ankh. That's why he's being so bold with the red Mountain King. Zeppelin. Look at it go from the LawLiet. Mountain King's back. 72 against 76 right now. A true breaker mirror here. Second attack upgrade coming up for LawLiet. Techo's now pumping out the upgrades as well, though. The Zeppelin saves the Mountain King. There's no bolt anyway right now, but there will be soon because of Aura level 2. And the experience close to even, kind of. Like, LawLiet has pulled ahead on both heroes slightly. But Techo's about to get level 4, and the Archmages will probably reach level 5 around the same time. Expansion. No tower on either side. They both have the same double farm, though, which is cute. But cute doesn't win you games, and in the case of Techo here, he wishes he had double Arcane Tower instead. Shredder comes in for LawLiet, which is huge in the Breaker Wars. Look at the damage. And it's normal damage, too, against medium armor. Very good. $77 against 80. 2-2 upgrades finishing for LawLiet. Breaker walls being formed. It just always feels like LawLiet's in more control of the fights. Bolt on a priest aside. Techo did eventually get level 4 on the MK. LawLiet about to tick up to level 5 Archmage. Is that Aura 3? Yes, it is. Right away. Another bolt kills another priest. Expansion has been shut down the whole time, by the way. So slowly LawLiet's going to pull ahead. He's teching to tier 3 as well. Water Elementals should be an easy dispel, but even if it gets a couple of auto attacks, why not? It is almost a bolt if the breakers don't feed back. LawLiet has a bolt now. Should just throw it on a priest probably before he gets feedback. Nope, he lost the mana. But again, shut down by the Shredder and the Water Elemental. The longer the fight goes, the more LawLiet pulls ahead. I feel like once they get double armor upgrades, which they're both almost at, they kind of like don't take damage. That's where the mimetic Breaker Mirror starts. Nothing really dying. No bolts on either Mountain King because they're getting feedbacked all day. But one breaker might die. This one does go down eventually, but LawLiet's micro's been so clean with the Zeppelin as well. Look how healthy it is. It's always positioned properly. And the Expo died to the Shredder and the Water Elemental. This game's over. This is 1-1. There's going to have to be a hero kill attempt, but there's nothing to be done because there was a TP still. And that's 1-1. But a good early game for Techo. And maybe that's enough to squeeze a win out in the semifinals. They go on to Tidehunters. Which is another game that's already started a while ago, but we will still check it out. Just fast forwarding a little bit, so we're a bit closer to reality in terms of time. But don't worry, we will see the whole grand final after this game between Starbuck and the winner of Tidehunters. Game number 3. Second game that we've seen. LawLiet in the upper left in the blue. If I call him Chaemiko, know that I mean LawLiet. Bottom right, Techo. Maybe it's the K sound as well. Saying Techo's name into Chaemiko just seems to make sense a little bit, you know? But no, it is LawLiet. I imagine if he makes it to the grand final, he'll be playing Night Elf, though, so it'll be much more obvious who it is. Items, Ruined Bracers and Belt, both good for the Mountain Kings. One a little bit more useful right now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Which of course is the Belt. But Ruined Bracers will be better later on. Slippers found. Techo actually took a lot of damage on 2 footmen and is slower. Unfortunate. I mean, sometimes creeping just doesn't go your way. Oh, he actually did finish this. Okay. And he got a cloak. LawLiet's going to grab a circlet.
A player's
He
forces
does
are
indeed.
under attack.
Techo not doing the split militia creeping, just doing it with his army here. Did we see any backpack research? No, sometimes we'll see that, but not happen in this game. Here's the militia for LawLiet. Ring on the ground. And level 3 into the base. This is the classic human mirror we know. There's going to be some serious damage taken, especially if another water elemental is summoned inside. LawLiet is cooldown in 4 seconds for his water Ellie. Techo about to level up. Probably this water elemental will do it. But here's the next one. Oh, he screwed up! He put his Archmage here, but then it turned to auto-attack the footman that was attacking him, so he summoned the water elemental here instead of here. A mechanical mistake there from LawLiet. Still good damage, though, obviously. There's the next water elemental. Didn't screw that one up. And Techo hurting a little bit. Or a lot of bit. How many peasants does he even have left? He's only got 8 peasants left? It's a grand disaster, isn't it? You hate to see it, but it is. Oh. Does get it. Nice. Maybe a Shredder, though, will solve all the world's problems. I think that's the play. That's the thing. You can take a ton of damage, but the Shredder spawns at 5 minutes. And he's going to grab it, and he'll no longer have lumber issues. There it is. Fear not. It's actually more efficient to have less peasants now. LawLiet in the Stone Age with peasants mining as lumber. Are you kidding me? Just get this bad boy. You'll have 10k lumber by the 7-minute mark. But unironically, though, it does. Like, he's, you know, doesn't really matter, those peasants that he lost. It's going to delay his Sanctum slightly, but as soon as the Shredder returns lumber once, he'll have enough. Pretty low on gold. I suppose he bought boots and a circlet. There's the first Sanctum. And here's the second one. There we go. LawLiet's got to be careful of the Mountain King that's coming out in a couple of seconds. He should know the timing is not favoring him here. Oh, the Shredder and the Bolt is going to do a lot. Mountain King. But he doesn't actually bolt the Archmage. It's still defended. Footman's still fighting Footman. And the Water Elemental will go down. What's the macro like over here? Sanctum's pretty much finishing at the same time. Yeah, more or less mirrored exactly, just like last game was. The issue with losing peasants, I will say, memes aside about the Shredder, Techo doesn't have the extra peasants to Tier 2 expand. He's going to have to literally build peasants to go to the expansion, which he's doing. But then he doesn't have extra peasants to build things like farms or a blacksmith or towers. Whereas LawLiet has all the extra peasants he could ever want to expand and to build all the farms and the blacksmiths and things like that. But here's the standard expo timing for Techo. StarCraft 2 is bigger, but we got bigger hearts in Warcraft 3, you see. We got bigger hearts and bigger hogs over here. Now I'm getting some solo experience from LawLiet. For Techo, he did get level 4 Archmage, but he should probably pull it away now. Oh, he's actually not expoing? Do we see a blacksmith? He doesn't have an Archaean Vault, but that's okay. He doesn't need breakers just yet. Expansion is going to be up in 30 seconds for LawLiet. Footman scouting the other expo, but this is the one that's cleared right now. Zeppelin for Techo to make a big play, potentially. Damn, he could do some damage. Imagine if this was 10 seconds quicker. He could have stopped the expo entirely. Unfortunately, he's going to be running right into a completed expansion. Still can kill some peasants. But imagine 10 seconds faster on this. LawLiet is in the correct position to defend, but not easily going to be able to deal with the Zeppelin. Blacksmith for Techo, which means he's probably not going to be going for an expansion this game. It's going to be full-out aggression. A lot of peasants went down. Was that all 6? Yeah, it was all 6 peasants. Huge play. And he didn't actually lose anything, I don't think, for that. Maybe a footman. Unfortunately, in the Zeppelin, the priests aren't healing, so the Archmage is still going to be low when they're dropped. Oh, Shredder now going over there because Techo has more lumber than he knows what to do with. And LawLiet looking paranoid.
A player's forces are under attack.
Big plays from Techo. Shuffling back and forth. Eventually, LawLiet will stabilize into a good position, but if Techo does even more damage, it'd be good. Luckily, the base is open. And the Zeppelin's getting chipped down. Did the Shredder make it here? No, it didn't. Where'd the Shredder go? Oh, it did! Never mind. Luckily, LawLiet left the Water Elemental. And if you just attack move a unit, they're going to always prioritize other units, not workers. So that's why this is so important to have here. Techo has to manually micro to attack peasants. He can't just leave it on attack move. Or else it'll attack the Water Elemental. That's why this is important. Not saying the Water Elemental is going to fully defend any pressure, but it will force your opponent to have more multitasking necessary to actually kill peasants. Huge deal. Or leaving one footman here, one breaker, something like that. That's why you see players do that all the time. No, Napoleon, it's actually entirely fair.
A player's forces are under attack.
Because the difficulty of playing multiple races is much higher than the advantage you gain through quote-unquote cherry-picking matchups. It's hard enough learning one race in this game, let me tell you. Especially at the level of the Liat. Double Dispel. Good timing from Techo. 61 versus 58. This is where you want to be. Even supply, at least. But with the upgrade advantage, of course, because he did go for the blacksmith earlier. The Liat is getting his own upgrades, though. He managed to squeak out that blacksmith despite the peasant losses. Shredder getting a lot of value, but it will go down now. Archmage deals with that right away. The Liat doesn't have his own Zeppelin. That's one thing he's missing here, and one thing that got him so many units to safety last game. Bash kills another priest. We do have Health Stone. Bolt now is going to force a TP. If there's a Bash, it's dead, and it is dead. Is that LawLiet holding? It seems like it is, and we will have Starbuck versus LawLiet in the Grand Finals. Nice try to Techo. Great run. Semifinals with Game 3 versus LawLiet is very good from him. So, good run. Okay, Starbuck LawLiet Grand Finals is going to apparently be an Orc mirror. Hell yeah. Still fun, though. LawLiet, anything but Elf, I suppose. He already played a couple tournaments today, so maybe he's just chilling. An Orc mirror. And we're going to start on Hammerfall. LawLiet's Orc is 2200. Now, what name am I going to call LawLiet now that he's playing Orc? Am I going to call him... There's no way I call him Soen by accident. I can't confuse him with another Korean Orc, right? If he was randoming, at least we get a chance of seeing his Night Elf. But Orc is still fun. I mean, I'm an Orc player. I'm down. I'm down. And Orc Mirror is one of the better mirror matchups right now. Maybe the best, actually. Is that biased? I don't know. I don't think it is. Grand Finals best of 3 is what we've been doing recently. And that's what we'll do today. And we'll be jumping in just a second. Oh, let's do our prediction. Who wins Grand Finals? LawLiet. Starbuck. Here we go, game number 1 on Hammerfall. Upper left is LawLiet with the Blademaster opener. Bottom right, Starbuck with the Blademaster Mirror Image opener with the Shop Creep. But it is Windwalk from Liat. 1 burrow tech. Starbuck going for the grunt into headhunter build with a 2 burrow tech, of course. And what a creep route. You can actually just do this, eh? Hard to say who gets favored, though, because Starbuck has to use all of his mana, and it's a good creep, but finds a circlet. But in the meantime, Liat will get maybe both the center greens, which could give him double claws. And he'll also get level 2, so it's hard to say who's favored. There's 1 clause. Starbuck does get the double circlet and gets level 2. Scouts that the turtle's already gone, and Liat's going to take the next turtle. So I'll let you guys debate who's favored here. Starbuck just content to keep creeping himself. Liat also going for his own war mill. Interesting. Gloves of Haste. And Mantle. Both blades pretty scary. Item to be stolen here. And it will be successfully. Shop also will be in cancel territory. Looks like Starbuck is going to go for the lab, which if his shop gets canceled, he's going to take some real damage here because he's only got 1 mirror image left. Headhunter tried to be blocked, but Headhunter is pulling Liat to the wrong location. And he did get slippers, by the way, from the little green camp he stole. So the blade is terrifying, but Starbuck's now level 3. With a greater heal, and didn't really take that much damage. And he didn't get his shop canceled. Liat does get here eventually, and can kill a couple of Headhunters with this terrifying blade. That's going to be the best he gets. He is going to be under-leveled. Tier 2 going to be soon done for both. The Grunts almost in position for Liat, but don't quite get the block. Starbuck, however, does get the block with the illusion. Shadowhunter second. And Tier 3 tech. Looking like Torrens. What will Starbuck do? Why Starbuck does not play human? Maybe the thing was if Starbuck was going to play human, Liat was going to play human, so then they decided on Orc Mirror or something. It's always hard when both players are multiple off-race players. And Starbuck calls out the Torrens by going for Spirit Lodge. This can sometimes happen. It's not impossible on the side of Liat to beat Witch Doctors with Torrens. It's been done. It does happen. But in theory, Witch Doctors are the counter to Torrens, if there is any, in Orkmir. Liat looking for another clause of attack, and importantly, level 3 on the blade. Shadowhunter is out. What's up, Forks? How you doing, man?
A player's forces are under attack.
Damn, the blade alone creeping the next consumable. Meanwhile, all the Headhunters chilling. He'll be able to counter the Windwalk, Wand of Mana Stealing, and he'll just keep creeping. He's going to get level 4. He's solo blade. Oh no, Shadowhunter's out now. Very interesting game. Not the Raider Walker mirror you guys are used to, eh? Shadowhunter gonna go for the Golem. I'm surprised the Blade of Liat isn't being a little bit more aggressive. He just got Claws +8. Oh, man. But imagine he was aggressive right now. On top of this creeping, he would probably actually kill the Shadowhunter. He's got full mana as well. But he's just continuing to creep with the Blade in the Shadow. Starbuck will get level 2 on his Shadowhunter, but the Blade level 4 already. Holy. He got slippers again! Oh, golly gee. 174 at crit level 1. Oh no, he's crit level 2. My apologies, my apologies. Didn't go Windwalk level 2. Oh, a couple of peons mispositioned because the illusions were blocking everything. Liat has to windwalk back, but a lot of headhunters could die to this blade alone. This might have to be a TP if there is one. No, there is no town portal. The speed scroll will suffice. I don't think this is a fight that Starbuck is going to actually win against the Spirit Link Blade Master of this itemization. Especially with a Torrent coming out now. Starbuck's alt. He's building a tower? I don't know about that one. LawLiet seems more than prepared for this. It was actually shamans, not witch doctors. Anything but a Tauren mirror, I suppose, is the philosophy here. Master Training is not yet being upgraded, so that Tauren is actually dead. So if the blade is ever allowed to chop, he's going to do a whole lot. Another Tauren comes out. Need to relink the blade. You can see a potion as well. Good micro from Starbuck so far. The Torrent goes down. Master Training not even being upgraded, remember. Yeah, does this just work from Starbuck? The Shamans are slowly killing the walkers. LawLiet huddled in the back of his base. Peons kind of surround. Oh, does not have a heal wave, and crit will get the kill. Peons get the surround, but the blade is alone for LawLiet. Damn, I thought this blade was just going to wreck everything, but Starbuck fully controlled it the whole time. Potion going to need a mana pot as well. The timing was perfect as well. He didn't wait for Berserkers and Bloodlust. He went early and then eventually had Berserkers and Bloodlust. So, like, we see LawLiet never got to get Master Training or anything. Gonna have to windwalk the blade to not get the salves canceled. Oh, never mind, there's Dispel. LawLiet holding on because he knows how good his heroes are, but... Or his hero. But I don't think it really matters. This blade's about to be 5 for Starbuck. Shadowhunter out in 30 seconds. Starbuck's got to be careful now that he has no heal waves. The Shadowhunter could go down. Looks like LawLiet's going to go for just that. All it takes is a couple of crits. There's one. And there's Bloodlust as well. LawLiet does, quote-unquote, survive. Is there a Tauren corpse? That's not a Tauren corpse, is it? He doesn't have the mana anyway. He never will. Maybe with Master Training finishing, he gets the mana boost? No. Unfortunately not. Do think this is actually a Tauren. I don't think the corpse is going to last long enough. It's a sad day. Yep, there it goes. Unfortunate. Corpses last, I think, 90 seconds, so it's not that long. It'd be a very big indirect orc buff if corpses ever last longer. And now there's a TC Bloodlust. There's mana on the Shadow again. Starbuck played this very well. Unorthodox timing, but he knew exactly why he was pushing. It's all hero focus until the Shadow is dead or the game is over. That's all you got. Oh, and Hex on the blade. There's no Windwalk. There is a counter Hex, but no heal wave, and that's going to be 1-0 for Starbuck. Really full control the whole time. We go into Concealed Hills, map number 2. Yeah, very well played from Starbuck. Very well played. We continue the Orkmere Grand Finals. Possibly the only Orkmere Grand Finals we've had in this cup that I at least remember from recently. Yo, what's up? Takashita Sakakaki with the gift sub to Napoleon Twitter LOL. Apparently complaining does get you something in life. Thanks, Takashita. Appreciate you. Say thank you, Napoleon. Say it. Say thank you. Come on. Say it. Game number 2. Concealed Hill. Let's see if LawLiet. I mean, he got the blade. He just couldn't have the opportunity to utilize it last game. Let's see if he can on map 2. Upper right here is LawLiet in the blue. This time Farseer Headhunters, actually. In the bottom left. Farseer Fast Tech from Starbuck. Is he doing the Hitman build, I wonder? The Hitman build I will explain if we get that far. But for now, it's just Farseer Fast Tech, which is not very uncommon on Concealed Hill. Because teching without a shop is less risky on a map with fountains. You have good 4 peon micro, so you can actually get more lumber to have your second burrow and barracks even quicker. This is the best 4 peon micro map because of the angle of the gold mines. So there's a couple reasons why it's really good to fast tech on this map. But let's see. This is doubly interesting strategies for both players. I wouldn't be surprised to see a LawLiet go 2 barracks headhunters even. Not that I think it's a good build these days. I think the days of 2 racks headhunters are kind of over, but still a possibility. And it will be fast tech into headhunters for Starbuck, actually. So reason for double Farseer on this map? I don't know why on this map specifically. I mean, it's not technically the quote-unquote greatest blade map because of the items, but I still think it's pretty strong. There's some very fast level 3 blade creepouts on this map. And the harass begins for Starbuck. Yeah, one thing I've started doing a lot more recently in my games is actually going for gold peasants more. Because most people just by default go for lumber peasants because, or lumber peons I should say, because they're just more exposed and they're not as close to the burrows. But really, forcing them to burrow up gold peons, much more valuable than lumber peons, obviously, in the long run. And you tend to just be able to get a lot more auto attacks on a wider variety of peons by just sending wolves into the gold line because they're not as spread out. Yeah, I like that choice from Starbuck in the short. For now, LawLiet should be able to easily defend with this amount of headhunters.
A player's forces are under attack.
Wolves chasing it around. Headhunters defend back here. LawLiet does not get either wolf. It was resummoned in time. Starbuck is half HP on his Farseer. He's going to try to get back to the fountains. Interested to see what Starbuck's tier 2 choice is going to be. It's not the Hitman build, so forget I ever said that, by the way. LawLiet very well could be just going for a Firelord second. Starbuck does immediately go for his own Firelord, but it might be a tier 3 tech from him. Yeah, Torn Totem, he's going to be going tier 3 behind this. Farseer take a lot of damage. So far, no headhunters have died. They're all getting close to dying. This is good micro from both players. They're pretty much both just attacking whatever they can. And, you know, the main thing about good micro is just maximize the amount of damage you're doing. That's one part of good micro. The other is to minimize the damage you're taking, but I'd say the first step is to maximize your own damage. Which, they're both not getting too fancy about it. They're just pretty much attacking what they can. And saving their low units. Look at all these low units. Troll regen could be fantastic for LawLiet. If he gets it, he should 100% get it. If he can afford the lumber. Third person, not lose your heroes. True, true. Oh, a lot of low headers. Why is he being so aggressive right now? LawLiet, you're risking it, man. You're risking it for no real reason. He's going for a Spirit Lodge, by the way. Which I always assume is going to be Witch Doctors, but in the case of the last game, of course, it was Shamans. In Farseer Mirror, it is quite common to go for Bloodlust Berserkers. Firelord healing up down here. Was there a Headhunter that died to those wolves? I'm not sure. Still interested to see what LawLiet's going for. Looks like it's Bloodlust. No, double Spirit Lodge will mean it will be Witch Doctors. And obviously, unless you're going to hit a timing with the Headhunters like Starbuck did last game, Bloodlust Berserkers aren't going to beat... They're not going to beat Torrens in the long run. Torrens are too strong. So you do need something a little bit better. Which will be the docks. I'm sure we're going to see in a second. There it is. Adept training for the Witch Doctors. Still no Troll regen, which is necessary for Witch Doctors as well. So it's not as though you're only getting it for your couple of Headhunters. He's got enough lumber as well. Could already have it done. I would have popped that upgrade right away. The first of what's going to be many wards, this time an item, but in the future it will be the docks themselves. As this is going to scout for the fountain creep early on. Who needs troll regen when you just creep the fountain at the 7-minute mark with one hero? Okay, good creeping so far by LawLiet. Pretty much perfect. Starbuck, will he find it? No, he's going to go for his own red camp. And he's screwing it up, so this is actually pretty good for LawLiet right now. He's getting all the time to heal up and get a red camp, essentially for free because he's going to heal all the HP he takes. And Starbuck is pulling this for the second time. And Witch Doctors, in my opinion, are better in the long run. So the longer the game goes, the more passive they are right now, the less damage they're both taking right now, the better it actually is for LawLiet in the long run. Because Torrens are more immediate. Witch Doctors are the long drawn-out unit that you need. You need time to get into. And when you mess up your pull and you have to creep this as messily as Starbuck just did, you're being given a lot of time. Plus 12 found. Lion Horn on the side of LawLiet. Plus 12 are nice for the Firelord. Make no mistake. Wolves scout and confirm the Torrens. Even get a peon kill. I don't think Starbuck's confirmed the Witch Doctors just yet. And the creeping continues. Oh, LawLiet making a mistake. He's going TC. He should go Firelord third. Definitely should go Firelord third, because you still do need to deal with the resurrecting. You can't just fight through infinite Torrens, as good as Doctors are against them. But he does commit to the Torn Chieftain. I fear that may be a mistake in the long run, but I'm willing to watch and learn if he knows what he's doing here.
A player's forces are under attack.
For Starbuck, obviously Shadowhunter third would be the optimal call in most cases. He could go Pitlord third, though. Against Docs, Pitlord third could be pretty strong. Cleave the wards. There is reinforced defenses in 45 seconds. And oh boy, are we going to need it. Couple of Docs caught out of position, but a lot of wards being placed. Oh, Chain Lightning, pretty good. Pulverize also works on the wards, remember. Torn Chieftain taking a lot of damage, but there is a heal wave. Push and vulnerability could be swapped over. Snakes as well for LawLiet. It's getting juicy. One Torn might fall, but again, there's no Fire Lord, so it can be resurrected. Okay, one Torn immediately resurrected. Chain Lightning, Walker did get a resurrection before it died, I think, though. So far, I would say LawLiet with the better micro. He's also got the more microable army, if that makes sense. Ranged units are always kind of that way. Torn Chieftain. Push and vulnerability still could be swapped. There's no more heal wards. This might be a TP for LawLiet, just to consolidate his army. Torn Chieftain goes down. I said TP, not TC, LawLiet. Oh, the Incinerate stacks TP. Okay. Is there a heal ward? No, there is. Okay. And for Starbuck, how much did he actually lose that was not resurrected, I ask? I'm pretty sure the Walker died here and wasn't resurrected, and then there was one Tauren that died and was not resurrected. But the game is able to continue. He gets an immediate Tiny Great Hall. Damn, if you didn't think he was a Giga Chat already, you definitely do now. Okay, he's going for the Resurrection Starbuck. Sends the Walkers with mana. And I think there was 2 units that didn't get resurrected. There's a Walker. Is that it? That might be it. Okay. Oh, the Purge. I think LawLiet might be regretting not having a Fire Lord, or else those kills could have been permanent. Now, it's not a guarantee that every time you get a kill, they'll blow up when you have a Fire Lord. You do need to confirm the kill with it, but, I mean, might have more value than the Torn Chieftain, although the aura does help with the kiting. There's a double-edged sword, of course. Wolves, Spirit Linked, and in the Peon line, those need to be dealt with quickly. There is a Tiny Great Hall that Starbuck is not aware of. If he was aware, he'd be sending these Wolves guaranteed to that Tiny Great Hall. That almost tells LawLiet that Starbuck doesn't really have the best of ideas. It was a greedy as hell Tiny. So who the hell would expect it? Only with 4 on gold currently. Is Starbuck going to scout and confirm? Only 1 Wolf. That shows the uncertainty, right? Or no, if he was sure, he would have sent both Wolves for sure. And now he confirms it.
Players' forces are under attack.
50 versus 68? Are you kidding me? There's not enough stasis traps set up either right now. Chain Lightning, Heal Wave, traded. Wolves now killing all the peasants. Maybe if the Tiny had gone unscouted. Maybe. Starbuck could have lost with this supply advantage. But now that Expo essentially is a null investment, it will not mine anymore. And the only thing that could win LawLiet this game is if Starbuck overcommits right here. Right now. Right here. Right now. And he is committing, but it doesn't look like an overcommitment to me, does it? One Torn is going to go down, but going to be immediately resurrected. I mean, everything's pulverized. He's in the meat grinder right now. He's trying to surround the Farseer, but the Farseer has a potion of vulnerability. Cloak obviously wouldn't do anything here because of all the wards. And Starbuck is just shutting everything down. This is being stopped by a Tauren. Maybe if there were spikes, the Tauren wouldn't be able to do what he's doing. LawLiet trying to hold on. But every single kill is going to be resurrected because he doesn't have a Fire Lord. Level 5, Fire Lord for Incinerate, level 3. Every auto attack is 4 extra damage. Not to mention he's got Claws plus 12 and Gloves of Haste. It's pretty insane. Shockwave is a cool idea to kill the Ethereal Walkers, but this is it. This is LawLiet losing 2-0. It was a valiant effort playing Orkmir versus Starbuck, but that is 2-0. And that's our grand finals. An interesting day, no doubt. And what I thought might be a short day actually ended up being, we're almost at the 4-hour mark, not too bad. GG guys, thank you. And hopefully we see LawLiet again. Hopefully next week he plays and can get enough points to be in the finals. I do hope for that. It's always nice to see him play. Really look forward to having some different names at times. And LawLiet is one of the best. All right, let me update the score, and then we're going to vote for the maps, everybody. And then I think it's laundry day, maybe a nice sandwich, and a little bit of RuneScape. Ooh. I think that's... Ooh. What map was that? Concealed Hill. Ooh. I'll pay out the prediction. And then let's get a straw poll rocking. Why did LawLiet play Orc? It's always hard when both players are willing to off-race to find a middle ground. It's like, it's essentially like Succession in the game lobby. You're trying to make a deal. It's like Dragon's Den when you're deciding what races to play against each other. When both players are willing to off-race anything, it's like, all right, man, how are we going to figure this out? And, you know, in this case... It's like Logan versus that Swedish guy in the last season. It's like they both are like stonewalling. You know what I mean? So eventually you end up at Orkmere. Which 3 maps would you like to remove? What are the maps? Autumn Leaves. Concealed Hill. Echo Isles, Hammerfall, Turtle Rock. So currently there are 5 maps in the pool. I just said them kind of mumbly, but Autumn Leaves, Concealed Hill, Echo Isles, Hammerfall, Turtle Rock. Gonna post a straw poll in the chat right now. It's gonna be pinned where you can vote for 3 maps you want to see removed. And then we'll randomize 3, and this will be the map pool for next week, where you're going to see all your favorite players play. Maybe where you'll be playing next week. Can you imagine? You guys have a couple minutes now to vote. So that means Starbuck is in the finals, and Miko's in the finals. LawLiet and Lucifer both have probably the most points of anyone now. What's up, Vontaine? Thank you for the prime. Appreciate that. Vontaine's VC, is that you? Vote away. So the 3 highest votes will be the maps that are removed. It'd be hard to say. I mean, they're all... This map pool this week was great. Which means next week it probably won't be so great. Good luck. But we might see some fun maps. It's been a while since we've had scrimmage in the pool. Maybe that'll be added. Who knows? Maybe that'll be added. 3 minutes left to vote. I wonder if it's the same people that vote every week, because I feel like we get around the same amount of votes every time. The same low number of votes every time. I could just as well do the wheel for what 3 maps get removed as well. You know what I mean? We wouldn't have to do this. But hey, there's some more people voting. There we go. That's what I like to see. I need some chat participation, everybody. Okay, that's what I need. I'm doing my part. Hell yeah. 4-way tie. Yeah, this is why I should just spin the wheel to decide what maps get removed, okay? Because you guys are always trolling me. It's unbelievable. Democracy? Well, what's not democratic about just spinning a wheel and letting it decide? Just let it ride, you know what I mean? Always appreciate the I think you should leave quotes in the chat. Know that I notice you every time because I've seen that show at least 10 times. No, no. I've seen it all at least 5 times. Okay, let's be fair. Let's be fair. Any pictures next to the options? I don't do them as a. I don't do the EITRCHAL at least, you know? Do I need to do like a little map intro like the VHS dating applications from the 90s, you know, for every map? Meet Turtle Rock. You know what I mean? It's got 10 gold mines or something. What, like, is that what you need? Lots of consumables. New and improved Ancient of War positions. What's the next match? I guess it'll be later tonight in about... It looks like the Lemmy waking up picture. In like 13 hours, probably B Cup or something like that. Well, we got 21 people to vote. I respect it. It's a respectable number, you guys. Fair game, fair game. And there tonight for you is tomorrow morning for you. Yeah, that's why I say 13 hours from now. Are consumables your thing? Love a small place with character? We've got to see Echo Isles. True, man. That'd be some good content. Some good short form content. Like dating application videos, but for maps. That's a damn good way to introduce maps. Are you kidding me? What the hell? I think we really thought of something here, you guys. Are you from Vancouver? Yep. Vancouver Island, technically, but Vancouver, yeah. All right. Concealed Hill, Echo Isles, Autumn Leaves. Autumn Leaves, Turtle Rock is tied. I'm flipping a coin, and you guys aren't even going to see it. Heads is Autumn Leaves, Turtle Rock is tails. That's what you get. You don't even get the content of seeing the coin flip. Flip a coin. Tails. Or it's heads. It's heads. It's heads. So Autumn Leaves is out. CHEIAL. And then I'll show you guys how we decide what maps we're going to add in. Wait for this. Wait till you see this. Get a load of this guy. It is Boulder Vale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Scrimmage. Yeah, there we go. What the hell, douchekin? What the hell? Oh my god! Check this out. Wait, you might get a notepad on screen. Ah! Just kidding. Spin number 1. Barely tied hunters. Spin number 2. I was in Vancouver over the summer and saw a band play in front of the radio station. Had 2 girl singers, and I swear the bass player looked like you. That was me. Although I wasn't the bassist, I was the guitarist. Yeah, dude, that was a band called Vox Rea that I play guitar for sometimes. It's not my band, but it's a band I play with. Yep. Yep, that was me. I was, it would have been to your left, but to, like, stage right. I was playing the white guitar. Good memory. Scrimmage is added in. That's so funny that you saw that now. All right. Minus autumn leaves. Yeah, it's super funny, dude. Yeah, literally me. Literally me. I was climbing in Squamish. Oh, no, they're actually, the band I was playing with, they're originally from Squamish. We played there as well. It was raining? Yeah, it was raining. Yup. Our map pool. Did I already say this? Tied under scrimmage, Hammerfall, Shallow Grave, Turtle Rock. That's a weird map pool, but hey, that's what we'll have for next week. Send that to Neo. All right. Well, that's a funny way to end the stream. Well, cool to meet you, Rundle Rips. The girl singer is neighbors with the guy I was staying with sister. The girl singer is neighbors with the guy I was staying with sister. Huh. I don't know their neighbors. I know one of their neighbors, but it's a different neighbor. Anyway. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you. The stream will be back. If you want to see the schedule for the stream, you can go to backwarcraft.com and that'll bring you here. You can see all things. The time is a little bit screwed up for me right now because we just had daylight savings time. And so we have B Cup, which is at 4 a.m. my time, which is 13 hours from now, which will be every day of the week. Some of the best players in the world. Well, the best players in the world, actually. We had Lin vs. Happy today. I mean, does it get better than that, really? Not really. So you can go to backtowarcraft.com for the schedule. Also, warcraft3.info. And that is it. Appreciate you guys. Ah, I see. Oh, so you actually you knew them before you went to the show. I understand. Yeah, my band sort of, because their band is just the two of them. So when they need a whole band, my band plays with them, if that makes sense. Yeah, I might stream on my channel later today, twitch.tv/Carson with 3 N's. You know the deal. Maybe I might just chill and you know, eat McDonald's and play RuneScape or something, and you know, just sit in a big pile of garbage. It's every once in a while you need a day like that, you know what I mean? Possibly though. I'll let you guys know. I'll let you know through my stream being on. That's about it. If not, I'll be back on my stream tomorrow, and this stream will be live every day of the week because it always is. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.